Ich habe mich klar genug ausgedacht. So ein Waffen, jeder Faust. Ausgedacht. Das war ein Befehl. Keiner war ein Befehl. Der schickt mich an Nacken. Und mit Traumbaum. Was ist Lauten? Als Dalle Pistole.
Oh, that's enough of it.
All right.
That is form of cancer.
Well, it's this entire genre. It's called DPMV, Downfall Parody Music Video. So they're really popular. Like, well, there are this style of videos about like the Roots Sandstorm, obviously, because well, it's the internet.
I should have been a meme channel. I got more subs and views.
Half of my videos are that way.
I got to think about Rick Astley singing over "Smells Like Teen Spirit" because they changed the key and therefore he's singing in a major key, but it sounds like the minor key, and matches perfectly. I can't believe you haven't seen this before.
Oh, I will check it out. So well, don't have a lot of viewers today for some reason. Oh, let's see.
We're an hour late.
Well, I mean, oh, we are late. Who would have thought?
Yeah, this stays for posterity anyway.
We had a very light-hearted conversation about nuclear war, gay people being submitted in Russia, and what else?
NeoJF.
Yeah. Well, we'll start with something less
light-hearted stuff. You know.
So let's start with this. It's not very important, but it's pretty much very degenerate, like our usual level of degeneracy. Basically, it's called "This trans activist collected 200 gallons of urine to protest Trump."
Why?
Video from Vice, so we might get a copyright strike on this live stream. So I'll play it.
I would actually
We're gonna have to stop instead of
copyright strike on these.
Why?
But we're adding our own commentary, so it shouldn't.
Well, it's automatic. Man, it's, usually what I do when I get it, I file a counter claim, and they ignore it, and so the video gets restored. They ignore it, and after 2 weeks, this copyright claim automatically expires. So it's not a problem. It's just annoying. Well,
yeah, that usually my
sped up unknown catch it in the. Well, at least it used to not to catch it, but now who knows? Maybe they improved it. But when Google improves something, it's probably getting broken. So, wait a minute, let's see. And it's not like I'm missing anything. Okay. Oh, here it is.
I actually would love to see Google implode.
Well, maybe.
Been around for 20 years now, so.
So yeah, let's see this degeneracy.
Yep, we're actually gonna see it. Woohoo!
What's up with this?
It's an Adolf Hitler haircut.
No, it's called retard.
You need to show this.
But I'd say
what sort of weird shit do I come back to?
Well, it's really weird. It's called.
Oh yeah, the piss gallon. Oh yeah. Ugh.
Yeah.
Trans artists collected 200 gallons of urine to protest Trump. Maybe if the piss was orange.
I mean, it's been there for a while, so.
Well, no, for it to become orange, you would need to
Sorry, what is he using?
make the water evaporate. So basically, you maybe need to boil it.
Or maybe you can justify it. For example,
no, he's keeping his piss, but why? Like
to protest Trump.
I mean, I admit, I like when I was living in my old house and I had a dog across the street that would keep trying to shit in my yard. I would save the first piss of the day and then actually pour it on the near the this one telephone pole at the edge of the property. And yeah, dog come up that one time, smelled it, and walked away because of like, like I understand how dogs think, and whatever it is about a very strong smelling piss, they're gonna be like, I'm not gonna piss off whatever it is that left that.
Well, apparently they could tell the difference between human and dog piss, and whenever they smell human piss somewhere, it freaks them out.
For our European viewers, 200 gallons is 757 liters.
Thank you. I did not understand what you was talking about.
It's a perfect size for a Tetra Pak. Yummy.
Yeah. So basically, what you did was basically like Jerry Smith and Rick and Morty. You're just like, hey, I'm pissing on all your guns. That means they belong to me.
Yeah.
Except the dog didn't put your head in the piss thereafter.
Well, the reason for that though is because Jerry's a pussy and you can smell it in his piss.
Yeah, probably.
So by the way, apparently this
the
transgender is
sexist and everything.
female to male, I think. So just for contextual.
Well, I wonder what kind of plumbing Zer has. Probably looks like a little, a
garden hose.
Coffee urn spout or something.
I really don't care, and I really would probably prefer
So
not
it will
to
be
know.
funny if you come to find out that he's protesting and he has a micro penis.
So what exactly is he gonna do with? Okay, I know he's protesting, but what exactly is he gonna do with the fucking piss?
You'll see. Don't worry.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe at some point throw it on the lawn of the White House, but that's a lot of gallons to throw over the fence.
I'm sure he'll have fun.
That was a perfect reaction. Couldn't
Have
have
we
said
made
it better myself.
Have we made introductions yet?
Well, okay, miss, can I marry you?
I think you asked, will you marry?
Maybe. To be honest, though, that's been trapped in there for a while. So.
So, well, let's take a look. Maybe it explains what kind of shit is this. Probably not. It's Vice. Yeah.
February 23rd of this year. So we're coming up close to a 200-day mark. And that date is significant because it is the date that he who shall not be named rescinded an abominable...
wait.
You said,
Oh my God! Oh wow!
Oh fuck those hair.
Made fun of these people as trying to role play as Harry Potter, but he wasn't lying. So
Fucking
this person's role playing Harry Potter. Like, go fuck yourself.
Oh my God! Can you see those drums at the end? Are they filled with piss too?
Something tells me they will be.
Like split hip jeans or something.
fucking muscles on that person. Fucking hell.
Oh God! Like Jesus, we can't go 30 seconds. Like fucking, just literally, this person is a living meme.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised the gay porn parody hasn't been made with that title yet.
Probably has been.
Probably has. I mean,
Yeah, Ernie Cooper.
the best. One porn parody that should not be created is a porn parody of Walking Dead. Wanking Dead.
Oh God.
Nice.
So far, porn parodies that I've seen, nothing has topped Sponge Knob Square Nuts.
Well,
Oh God!
And they have a Rick and Morty parody.
Jesus.
The question is, in the porno, did the male actor actually have square nuts somehow?
He actually wore a SpongeBob costume.
Yeah, I saw it.
That is
fucking
creepy.
horrific.
Oh God!
I saw it.
Yeah, so
Oh my
I
God.
think the parody porn will be called "He Should Not Be Named: The Golden Shower."
No, but this will be called 50 Shades of Whiz.
Well, do you think there will be a porn version of "He Will Not Divide Us"?
I'd watch that.
I would just to know what sort of convoluted plot they would come up with for it to become a porn.
Oh, maybe they all have a massive orgy in front of the thing. The camera.
Kyle LaBeouf would be cocked in that video. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much what happened on the real equivalent device. So.
That allowed
You
trans.
probably get fucked up the ass by Jaden Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, well, wait. This person explains what the fuck is this about.
Okay, yeah, please.
Okay, I need to know this. Just shut the hell up.
Trans teenagers to piss in their bathroom of choice versus the gender that was assigned to them at birth.
It's about the fucking bathrooms.
Well, apparently,
Ooh, got a good one for you on that.
I was about to say, didn't Trump say he didn't care about that issue?
yeah, and besides, Trump is the head of the executive branch. He cannot create laws. Well, kind of can with the executive orders, but
It can be overturned by the Congress.
yeah.
They're complaining about gender-neutral bathrooms not being a thing. They are a thing. They are.
I mean, it depends. I mean, in the U.S., I haven't really seen any, but
It's called a shared toilet. It's like
Yeah,
they have them. Okay, if you go in cafes, they don't have enough room to have like two different for men and women. So what they did was they made one toilet, and they made it for men and women.
But again, it's actually not against the law for a man to use a public women's restroom. It's just socially frowned upon. It only becomes illegal if they start doing stuff creepy.
I don't know where this whole it's the law thing came from, because it's not the law. Because women's bathrooms, don't get me wrong, they are pretty disgusting. I much rather either go in the Sable's toilet or the men's toilet.
When I was
Really?
a kid, my mom would actually bring me into the woman's restroom all the time because she was afraid of me like being attacked by some man if I was alone in there.
Yeah.
Weird, because I was always under the impression that it was the man's bathroom that was the disgusting one.
Not usually.
No. Women. No. Okay. The worse you get in a, let's say, in a supermarket toilet, right?
Mhm.
The worst you get in the men's,
Supermarket toilets are always disgusting.
the worst you get in the men's is probably some piss on the floor, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's it. Maybe shit in the toilet. In women's,
Oh, yeah, people that
my
doesn't
God,
flush, that's a worse.
like in women's, oh my god, fucking disgusting. Blood, like bloody tampons
Yeah.
or pads just ditched on the floor or on the fucking seat. It always smells like sewage in there. The fucking sink itself is nearly unusable because of how much makeup and shit is just in there.
I never thought of makeup.
Well, yeah, that's a thing.
So yeah,
I've
I'm
heard
not sure they'll go in the men's bathroom toilet, to be honest, because it's like, because also women. Okay, so men never talk to you when you're in the toilet. Women constantly try and talk to you while you're in the fucking stall. Like, I don't want a fucking stranger talking to me when I'm trying to have a piss.
Yeah,
That's
that's
weird.
right. I want to.
Speaking about trans and bathrooms,
What you got there?
come to find out, yes, it happened in a private home, but yes, it happened.
What the hell?
Well, it's easy for those sort of activists. You know what's the only thing I would say to that person if I met them in real life? Piss off. That's it. You meet them every day. You just say piss off.
Shall I leave this check here, or is it obscuring the video too much?
No, that's fine. I think.
Let's continue with this degeneracy because, well,
Virtue.
this person shouldn't be complaining about Trump. Trump didn't create those laws.
Yeah.
These people
Well,
don't.
he kind of did the thing about removing the protective law that was there before, but it's like, yeah, nobody will check.
Oh, I got the perfect title for this.
Hmm?
You're in transition.
Ow.
Oh.
Well, this is, by the way, it's not surprised that Vice did it because, well, that's the definition of yellow journalism.
Ah.
Yeah, what a mistake.
4 liters a day, so close to a gallon.
Why the fuck is she shaking it?
So today's the last day.
Homogenization.
Yeah, my milkshake brings on all the boys to the yard.
My milkshake brings the boys to the yard. Ooh.
This is why modern art is shit.
Actually,
Or
look
piss.
at modern artist is, but
Because it sucks to piss in a bucket nonstop, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
24
Then
hours a
stop.
day?
Yes,
Jesus
non-stop,
Christ, what?
7 hours a week, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Probably something wrong with your.
Yeah,
Yeah, once you
I've
die,
suffered so much.
Hey guys,
Maybe you should drink a little less water.
okay, so she's got a vagina, right? He's got a vagina, sorry. So sometimes women get thrush. Do you think in some of those jugs there might be?
Ew.
don't say it.
Oh.
Look at those jugs.
Yeah.
It's the only jug Schlee's gonna have.
Oh yeah, it was funny because in Futurama they actually parodied those stupid pronouns a while back, and they had this was the first or the second movie, Beast with a Billion Backs. It wasn't that great of a movie, but the fact that they parodied the Tumblr pronouns before those became mainstream was really funny. Actually.
Yeah. Well, it's easy. Everyone, we discussed pronouns before we started, and before I was gone eating. Like, again, I will state it again. If anyone asks my pronouns, it will be mein Führer.
Of course. And I'll always respect those pronouns.
Or Herr Führer, whatever the fuck the one you want in German.
Herr Hitler.
Nah, not Hitler, just Herr Führer.
Well, speaking of,
This is not, and your pronoun, and it's just, no, that's the only pronoun I have. When you're referring to me with someone else, it's like you're talking about Herr Führer.
speaking of Hitler,
Okay.
let me show what they made previous week.
Yeah.
After left.
Wait, I think
I
this
just
thing
want-
is trying to show something to the class.
I just want to say, yeah.
Let me hide the chat.
Okay, so this is art, right? This is fucking art.
Let me put
Okay, what she's doing is not fucking art.
Yeah,
This is art, right?
Yeah.
I don't know.
beautiful.
I'm not-
it's upside down, I think.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Oh.
Okay.
this is art.
Yeah.
This is art.
Yeah.
Damn
That's
straight
art.
it is.
Yeah. Okay.
That's art.
Yeah.
And that's art. What it's doing is not fucking art.
Confusion. A pie.
What it's doing is not fucking art at all. What it's doing is pissing in a bucket, saying it's art when actually no, it's modern art, and modern art is always will always
It'll
be
get better when it'll get even better when she
Degenerate
gets in front of a crowd and shows off her work or his work. God fucking damn it! Whatever.
It's better than egg.
You know what the best thing is about doing that is I was wearing nothing but bra and underwear the whole time, and you couldn't see it because I put art in front of me. So haha.
And now there's the artists who are gonna be zooming in.
immediately begins Googling. Immediately Googles how to take over webcam.
Hacking in inbound.
Anyways, so
My Jewish fairy tale gay mustached failed artist. And he wrote himself.
the reason I made it is because this Chad character, the face is from the original Chad comic. Just the face looked so much like actual Mussolini. It's just
Oh shit! It kinda
Yeah, he does have the chin.
Oh, that's what Mussolini actually looked like?
Kinda.
Yeah.
That's like seriously, that is like the first time I've ever seen a picture of Mussolini.
oh,
Wait, really?
well,
Yeah.
if you
I've never actually bothered looking it up.
Have you not played Hearts of Iron 4?
No.
Oh, well.
those were my reference images.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, let's get.
Yeah, it's really we really have corrupted the Virgin and Chad meme. Usually, it's like, oh, the Virgin is the it's usually the usual stuff that everyone does, and then the Chad is like, yeah, no one does that, but it's still a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's how memes evolve, and
This creature in front of us is probably still a virgin in whatever new real estate Schlee is getting.
I think the best variant of that was the Chad Jihad meme. Let me actually find it. Was a while back.
Oh my god, that's the haircut the SJW girl had, except a little smaller and it's on the top of their head.
Yeah, you know they let the what's the name? Yeah, there was a terrorist attack in Yemen, I want to say. It's like 300 dead. With just one car bomb. It's like, oh well, maybe more of a truck. And just okay. And it was just maybe 2 weeks after Las Vegas, so I just let the comment just like, yeah, they saw Las Vegas and said, get on our level, scrub.
This is the Chad Jihad meme. Because on the same week, the shooting in Vegas happened, and also this, I think it was on the same day or on the previous day, the Canadian failed terrorist attack.
It's the same night.
Oh, same night, yes. So like, actually, it was really a fail because he failed to kill anyone. And
fucking leave.
Somali refugee reaffirms Islamophobia and fear of immigrants cannot kill a single person despite speeding through downtown and hitting multiple pedestrians with a large truck.
You're really gonna help. It's like, I just want to be integrated, so I'm just gonna roll over people.
I think I know why. It's because of all the damn bike lanes they're installing everywhere. You can't build up a decent speed with your truck.
Yeah, if when you roll over so many bikes, it slows you down.
Chad Jihad, born American, showing up Arabs at their own game. Like, Islamic convert shooting. Well, Islamic convert is not confirmed. ISIS claimed that he was an Islamic convert, but never provided any evidence. They said, "Oh, we have a video." Well, where's the video?
Oh yeah, one of the allegations, he was actually working for like the cops of the FBI, setting up an arms deal to catch terrorists.
Yeah, that's the poll theory, basically. Yeah.
That's what a lot of people think. Well, that's what many people thought about Timothy McVeigh. That was actually agent provocateering gone wrong. Because supposedly, they had bomb squads like the morning before, like at the place where it was supposed to be bombed, but then, it happened anyway.
Oh, interesting.
Well, there was a really interesting conspiracy theory of sorts. We saw it like two weeks ago after the live stream. Broken Heart, you were there, and or not, I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, that was. We didn't actually discuss it on the live stream. We can discuss it today if we run out of our topics. But let's continue with degeneracy. Yeah, I know I'm the one who usually complains about people getting off topic, but now it's me. It's me, Mario.
On your back and like on ice is a bit socially awkward at times.
Why is she polishing the? Oh,
you have.
Well, yeah, you should be feeling socially awkward if you're carrying
around.
Wow.
I mean, who does this person think they are? I mean, the next Andre Serrano?
I don't know. The fact, like, you could you see, like, as they're rubbing the body, like the ritualistic preparation and everything, like they are on a mission.
So
with the capital M.
Pissing in a jug to show that, like, fucking something about bathrooms or toilets or whatever. What the fuck is she gonna do with them? Like, she's just gonna keep them forever? Or...
You'll see. Don't worry.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'm really confused.
All right.
Topped off this durational performance. Yeah. As a trans person, but doesn't necessarily have all the signifiers to pass as male because I choose not to take hormones or have a double mastectomy. I present as a kind of confusion sometimes in the bathroom. Sometimes I'll use the men's room, sometimes I'll use the women's room, honestly, wherever the shortest line is. But there's definitely certainly moments where you feel uncomfortable or super self-conscious. And so I think this act of having to kind of hold your pits in many ways hyper-performs this feeling that I think many people that are either gender non-conforming or outwardly trans feel on a daily basis.
So the biggest problem they have is they have to hold it in and
pray for the best.
So does everyone fucking out.
Yeah.
Again, like, I don't like using public toilets, and I'd much rather use my own. So,
Yeah, same. Public bathrooms.
yeah, I have to hold it in too, and no, I'm not trans, and yes, I'm comfortable with the gender I was born, no sex, I was fucking the thingy I was born with. There you go.
I think the best example was there was some kid in some high school, whatever, who's like, they gave him or her or they or whatever their own bathroom or whatever, and she's like, no, it's not good enough. I want to be able to go into like the other one. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, you know how fucking privileged you are? You got your own fucking bathroom. Accept it, like it, love it, for fuck's sake.
How fucking hell?
You're not looking
you know how many
they're
times
not looking for equal treatment. They are looking for special treatment.
Well, I'm gonna treat them special. I'm gonna treat you like your eldest special children in the short bus.
I mean, yeah, the thing is like nobody gave a crap until they started saying we should be allowed to. Nobody was stopping them.
Well, to
and
be
then
fair, I
they
think it
started
happened.
Children to be trans.
To be fair, I think the whole bathroom thing, if I recall correctly, started in Texas, and I want to say conservatives put up the law or whatever. So I assume it was because it was right before election season. So I think they were trying to make it into like an abortion or a one of those social issues to get people out to vote.
Yeah,
I think that's how it got started, at least.
You know, there was this actually good article. It was called "So Rape Hysteria Reap the Bathroom Bill," something like that. So it's basically a SJW narrative about rape culture backfired because conservatives started using this. Oh, those people will pretend to be trans to get into women's bathroom and do nasty stuff, and some did try to.
That's completely stupid. If the person wants to rape someone, they'll just go in the toilet anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, before this, the having to worry about somebody stopping you because, well, we're not supposed to use the opposite bathroom, stopped enough of them. Now when you sit there and you say that, well, I identify as a woman, so I can go in there. Now you've taken away that barrier to a larger number.
There isn't really much a barrier though, because it's like
I have the perfect solution for that.
Right off in there.
No one is gonna be able to complain, at least for the gendered part. It's easy.
Yeah,
you put one outhouse.
Yeah, she should build a wall and have the rapist pay for it. That'll keep the rapist out.
I was in favor of more, private single bathrooms, that would all be gender neutral, like at my school.
Just put an outhouse 100 feet outside, just like that. There's your fucking gender neutral bedroom. Anyone can go in it. That's a hole.
But that raises more problems because outhouses are kind of unsanitary.
In fact, no. An outhouse is sanitary-ish. It's not too bad.
If a person wants to rape someone and they're going to the toilet to rape them, they're gonna do it. Like, they're not gonna go through the elaborate scheme of I'm gonna dress up as a fucking woman. It's like, no, that they're gonna go into the toilet and rape the person.
Yeah. Even though that's true, if somebody really wants to. Well, if somebody really wants to, then yeah. But if you're living in a culture or an environment where that people watch the women's room to prevent guys from going in there, the increased chance of getting approached and seen and remembered and eventually caught and prosecuted is going to make most of them step back and be like, okay, no. So same thing with if you're going to rob a house. Which would you rather pick? The one way down at the end of the lane that's got no neighbors, that's got no lights on it or whatever else, or this one up by the busy-ass intersection you know, that's got clear view of the street and everybody going by can see the house.
What? No, but no, that's not exactly right, because women rape other women and men rape other men. So
yeah, like I'm saying, but the point is that when you if you like it's the same thing as any other situation. If you're in a chemistry lab, you don't go and put two chemicals that are known to have an exothermic reaction in the same bottle. You minimize risks where and when you can.
Well,
that's the whole point. That was the mindset behind, you know, not letting people use the opposite gender bathroom.
Well,
it makes no sense though, because a lot of men have been raped in the men's bathroom, and a lot of women have been sexually assaulted in the women's bathroom by the same sex.
Yeah, but if you go and you say men cannot use the women's room, then you've gone and take out half the potential rapist population. See, that's what I'm saying. It's not a perfect argument, but it's where they're looking at that is that if you prevent half of these people from going in, you have now prevented half the potential rapes.
But I mean, the thing is though, like,
I'm pretty sure
it's not like a male-female sign is a magical barrier to like a would-be rapist, right?
Yeah, because the thing is,
yeah, because many people have been comparing
just
this
like a
argument
lock
to
on a
gun
door is
rape.
not a magical barrier to somebody that's coming after you.
I'm pretty sure a rapist will.
Well, a lock is harder at least. Like a lock, you need something like there's no lock on a bathroom door. You just walk in.
Unless there is a lock.
Yeah,
I mean,
also,
in single ones, yes, but I mean, like in a public bathroom, there's no
like I said, I'm not saying that the rationale is correct. I'm saying that's what the rationale is.
Yeah, but it's really blown out of proportion. That's the problem. I mean, I get what they were trying to do with this, but it's like it's typical.
It turned into much ado about nothing. And so has this thing. Should we continue?
Yeah, let's get. Hi, Beth. We're watching some degeneracy. You're the right moment. So it's since you just joined, it's called "This Trans Artist Collected 200 Gallons of Urine to Protest Trump," because that makes perfect sense.
That was some piss poor judgment.
Yeah. We're in trouble now, Trump.
Oh God, no! They've got cardboard boxes. They mean business.
Yes, Trump is pissing himself right now.
Boxes.
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
I mean, the thing is, they also just dox themselves because you can literally see the dress on there. But okay.
Yeah, okay. It's as if anyone cares about this fucking
quote-unquote
artist.
Like anyone would bother to go see them.
Yeah, but you remember there are some crazy people out there. So Vice is in legal trouble.
Yeah, actually.
I wouldn't even dox you.
My wife very reasonably put a limit on the amount of fridges I could keep at the apartment. And so what we're doing today is going around LA and picking up all of the urine that I've stored in my friends' houses.
What?
Oh, stop. No.
God.
Oh God.
What's wrong with her?
I'm so glad I don't have any SJW friends anymore.
And the thing is the storing it at friends' houses is also a calculated move. So people, sit there and think, oh, friends helping, therefore support. This means it's a more popular one.
It's acceptable.
No, I think it's more of like, oh, I don't really want to. If you don't do it, I'm going to call you a transphobe. Oh, I don't want to be a transphobe.
Oh, I got it. It'll be a new sitcom. I'll store pee for you.
Yeah.
I'll store pee for you.
This is the exact conversation she probably had with her friends. It's like, hey, I want to put my urine in your house. Is it okay?
Oh. Oh, this is so unsanitary.
Body volunteer.
Come on.
Yeah,
Just
you
imagine
show
the
us-
smell.
You have to have some pretty freaking weirdo friends in order to go through with that.
It's easy. What he told his friend was, "I want to put the U in urine."
I want to start.
Oh, that sounded totally inappropriate. Oh.
Yeah, I'm thinking she did not have any volunteers who said, "Hey, you can store it at my place."
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that
he had to.
probably,
He
probably
had
a
to
case
impress
of
it on
like they
people.
didn't want to, and she went like, "Oh, if you don't, then you're a transphobe, and I hate you." And that,
Or they were
most
thinking,
people
you
No,
know.
no, that
You're
one was
pissing
more
me off.
personal.
No,
That,
most
but
people
don't you want to help me with my, with my F?
Most forget it.
If
All right,
this is what we have now, I'm okay with white genocide.
Do it. Yeah. This is like the very first bottle.
Oh,
But why do you,
What? She keeps it in the
stop.
why do you
Yeah.
put it in the refrigerator? It's not going to get rancid or anything, right?
It will
Yes,
actually.
it will. It will.
It will apparently like
It
some liquids
actually will turn into ammonia.
So some liquids can become moldy over time. So yeah.
But
kinda-
piss will actually turn into ammonia.
Rotting piss was actually how alchemists got like white phosphorus, I think.
Oh yeah, well, makes sense, man. Well, before chemistry was a thing, yeah, alchemists just tried to do weird stuff like boiling this and stuff like that.
Which made you wonder the first alchemist
Imagine
that got the bright idea, hey, let me boil my piss so I can blow shit up.
Imagine if she had that laying on its side and it started to leak through the lid.
Oh,
That'd be nasty.
And this is can you look at that fridge? That's a friend's fridge, and she stored that much fucking piss
in the studio.
This is a weirdo who's friends with other weirdos, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
No. This is a classic case of like, if you don't do this, you're transphobe. Oh, I don't want to be called a transphobe because I'm a normie and don't understand the internet or social norms. So, I guess so. Kids never open the fridge. That's basically what happened.
Well, she's putting the date on every bottle, and Trump is going to be president for 8 years. So, you're going to have different vintages of piss, different years. Was it the 2019 or the 2020? Which do you prefer? Which is more full-bodied?
I guess I'd go for the 19 one because it has less potency.
Perhaps.
Oh my god.
Okay, anyways,
of course, Count Dankula has the best memes. Who wore it better?
Let's do another. Okay, let's finish with this.
Yeah. Let's finish the piss.
Oh my god, yeah. Not too bad though. You're unloading your archive. I knew that.
So it's on the move.
It's on the move. On air
Wait, pause.
They're treating it like it's fucking wine.
Wait, is it me or does that friend look like Christy Winter?
Wait, did one of them actually say it's on the move?
Yeah, well, let's.
No.
I think we're witnessing the birth of socialpedia.
Like, I swear to God, did one of them actually say, "Okay, it's on the move"? It's on like it's a military or presidential motorcade operation.
Because these people are enablers. They're supporting this fucking psychotic, like, diseased mind fucking behavior.
Holy crap!
No, because these people are professional protesters. They take all these like pretentious art projects that are meant to protest Trump is like serious business, when it's like no one's gonna take this shit seriously.
When I went to college,
one that was trying to open up a can of SpaghettiOs as an art project.
It's like
remind me of that shit.
It's like when I went to college, there was a classic case of a normal person would be talking, right? And then SJW goes, "You have to do this," and they're like, "But I don't want to." And if you don't do it, then you're a racist. And then the normal person's like, "I don't want to be a racist. Okay, I'll do it." It's like
God, UK is cucked.
Oh yeah. Well, you can't spell cock without UK.
That's why there's those, because normal people don't want to be labelled as this shit, you know, and it's kind of a way they go, yeah, I can get away with shit.
Well, I don't want to be a lizard people, but does it really mean anything if I'm being labeled a lizard people by conspiracionists?
Well, no, because not a lot of people
power.
don't understand these people are insane. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So let's do this segment again about on the move. Okay, let's try it again.
It's on the move.
Not too bad though.
What? Not too bad. What? Not too bad. It's piss. It looks like piss.
It looks like piss. It smells like piss. It's not wine.
What? Not too bad. Well, it's just fucking piss. Oh.
Your archive. I'm your head.
Did she call it archive?
Yes, she called it an archive.
Oh
no!
Right here, it looked like she looked like Christy Winters. I don't know why, but she just did.
Ali Sheedy.
Nah, she needs to be 15 pounds heavier.
More like 20 to 25.
Skinny Christy Winters, if that's possible.
Skinny Winters.
Possible. She needs to have 3 pairs of boobs.
All right.
That friend looked more like Christian Winters.
All right.
So it's on the move.
It's on the move. Unair conditioned. There's like a possibility of having like a disgusting black cube.
Imagine if got into a car and this shit spilled everywhere.
Piss. That's it's the pube that's disgusting, not the fucking piss.
No, you know, the orange color, it seems like it's actually coming from the jugs themselves.
Yeah,
because piss can be any color. I mean,
looks like medical
jugs, color, but still, it can be dark or light.
Yeah, that looks like some jugs that you put needles in.
Yeah. But yeah, the orange color was deliberately picked for that.
Oh,
just so they don't see the orangeness of the piss in it.
That's the problem. Is that these jugs are all the same, and it's like that makes it like maybe it's fake. Because you would think.
I fully believe this person was dedicated enough to do this thing. Because these people are insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, possibility of having like a disgusting black cube, but that's kind of cool as well. Yeah.
So it's disgusting, but cool. What is cool? Having a nasty pube in a bottle of piss? Oh,
a disgusting black pube.
What is cool about it? Well,
no, I can't.
Well, shave yourself down there if you're not that. If you're that concerned about it. I can't
stand body hair. I can't stand body hair on me. So fuck that.
Yeah, multicolored, layered like a cocktail.
Fuck.
If only one of those containers exploded on him.
That would be funny as shit.
It's super old and then just
allowing me to
rips out.
Perfect fit.
It had to have happened. Like she's done this for how many days?
Pearls with it or something for a second.
That's a fractured container. That's a fractured container.
So they're wearing
hands. Is that what's on the board?
So this shit is dangerous, I think.
And she's well aware of that.
I think it's just so that it doesn't smell.
Look at this rave gear. Yeah.
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 You look like that and you don't want piss on you. Come on. No, they're transferring it.
Shit.
So we have kind of kept it on the DL. It's just like,
what the fuck are they doing?
So take the drink?
Yeah, you could drink it.
No, no,
No.
fucking no.
You're only supposed to do that if you're
No.
stranded on an island and you only have salt water.
No, wait.
No. Pete, okay, Pete that old is not safe to fucking drink.
Yeah.
No. One of her friends was probably, based on that question, one of her friends was probably, I will store it at my house if I can drink a quarter of it.
Maybe.
Oh, God.
I still say the friend was in a hostage situation.
It's one of those P for play contracts.
Those really disgusting fetishes.
Oh, God.
This is why.
Especially, what is it with social justice warriors and using like all the most disgusting stuff in their,
because they're breaking
art.
social norms.
That's like the British joke about the colonial explorers, and they're in the desert. They ran out of water. They're thirsty, and they go over the next. Well, one of them is strong enough to walk over and look at the next dune and see what there. And he comes back. He says, "I got bad news and I got good news. The only thing to drink is social justice warrior pee." And the other guy says, "Well, what's the good news? There's bloody tons of it."
No. Like a way to rephrase that is what is it with SJWs and bodily fluids?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like
They
remember
have some
Feminist
sort of-
Flat and how they would like have their period
some
on
sort of
stage and then
weird
pee and then
obsession
just
with all bodily fluids, and it's like
Or the drag queen that had a tiara coated in HIV positive blood.
Yeah.
I've heard about that. That was horrendous.
Wait, what the fuck?
That's a fucking biological health hazard, you fucks.
like
Well,
what
if
you
it's
people are
dried, I think it's
disgusting. Like what the
okay.
fuck is wrong with
No,
you?
but I wouldn't risk it. Like I wouldn't fucking risk it. Don't come within fucking 5 miles of me with this HIV fucking blood. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, people thought it was so brave of her to do that. That's just disgusting.
Well, no, I think it wasn't a girl. I think it was a drag queen.
It was a drag queen, yeah.
Yeah, so let's continue with this.
SJWs solely the good name of drag queen.
I am feeling anxious. Yeah, I think once we assemble everything and it works, I will feel good.
How do you assemble piss?
The urine has been unrefrigerated for 5 days, and so that's a big part of my anxiety today, is to whether it's managed to maintain stable enough for it to function in a way that I've envisioned for the sculpture.
Oh, it's a sculpture of piss. Wonderful. They're gonna freeze it and make it like an ice sculpture.
Freeze yourself. This is
Nah, they're not even that fancy, man.
Just pick a fucking normal fountain that you can buy at the store and piss in it.
Please tell me it's not a fucking water full of piss.
That was a Frank Zappa song.
That's a water pump.
Yeah.
Blowing this, the internal.
So it's like a fountain of
pedestals.
piss.
Essentially, it's a hacked refrigerator that
this is
will
fucking
allow the
retarded.
urine to run through this filtration system from the glass cube and keep it at a cold temperature to allow for its preservation. Yeah. So today we are going.
You know, Nazis did a lot of things wrong, but they had this concept of degenerate art, which is
this embodies it.
I can't. I do agree with culturally appropriating this shit. The concept of degeneracy art.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
There isn't even okay. This is why I hate modern art, because it makes artists look like weirdos and crazy people.
Yeah, it makes it look like.
What you mean the art?
No, these modern artists, right? They make regular artists like regular artists like Samaj and me and Opal. It makes us look like absolutely crazy people. Like people see this shit and they're like, "Oh fuck, all artists are like that," and it's like, no, we're not like that.
Yeah.
We're not like this abomination. Why? And this is why artists like me, Opal, and Samaj, we fucking hate modern artists because they give us a bad reputation.
Yeah, it really does. Like when you see modern art, it's just like, Jesus, this is art. I mean,
It's modern art. Modern artists are not art.
Like, there's a whole bunch of money being put in. Look at all this fucking material and shit that somebody is paying for and supporting this fucking shit.
Yeah, these people obviously have way too much time and money on their hands.
It's like I went to London Modern Museum. I went to London Modern Art Museum for a college project, and fucking hell, like there was only one good thing there, and it was the propaganda posters in World War II Japan. Right? And it looked really interesting. But because these performance artists, these hipster performance artists, the only good room in there was ruined by this guy who said he's doing a performance piece of the innocents that died in Japan. And it's him literally flaying on the floor, fucking screaming. And I remember exactly what I said. I went, if you keep on screaming, I'm going to fucking put your head through the floor. I'm trying to look at
that comes off as a little disrespectful.
This is like a college project. Like I had to go to it. But yeah, everything else was literally like a block of metal. And apparently that was art. People were going like, "Oh wow, this is really inspiring," and there's me going like, "It's a fucking block of metal."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing that made me think it's the one cutted scene from The Office, and it's like, it's called hentai, and it's art.
Well, hentai is art. I mean,
it is.
It is. It's just
the most orgasmic art you'll ever see.
Literally orgasmic.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how also goes into weird territory really quickly. Oh, anything?
Yeah, what is hentai called in the UK? Is it called quid for squid?
It's called women getting fucked by the patriarchy. Patriarchy.
The rape monsters are supposed to represent the patriarchy.
Of course. That's
did you
why
know that in Japan, the school uniforms are army for boys but navy for girls?
Let's finish this.
Into this custom tank. So there's just luck. All right, let's do it.
Here we go. Oh god! Labeling each bottle separately if everything got mixed together in the end, anyways. Like, what was the point?
It's actually making me feel sick just seeing this.
No.
I think the jugs were just for storing in the fridge because a drum like that doesn't fit.
The reason why they got labeled probably is so she can document and be like, look how hard I worked on this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, such hard work. You pissed in a jug.
Yeah, for several days.
I want it to glow golden.
Glow golden.
Oh, God. On some level, this is a way of asking the question: whose lives are deemed worthy, and whose are disposable? Whose do you flush?
What? See how pretentious this is? This piss represents, the question of whose lives matter to the presidency. It's like, what?
What? Oh, fucking hell. It's like that piece of art, I say art. It's, okay, so it's a picture of a man's penis, right? And then a picture of a woman's vagina. And it's just two pictures together. That's it. And underneath, it literally says transgenderism. And I'm just going like, you just took a picture of a penis and a vagina, and somehow you made more money than fucking Pornhub.
Wow.
Anyway, let's get back to this thing. Bladder lives matter.
Yeah, but I think that real art is more than art. What the real art is? The real art is persuading other people that the shit you're doing is actually art. That's the real art.
True.
Yeah, the documentary of them documenting this is more artful than this final result.
Yeah.
It's about the journey itself.
Yeah, but she's cooling the urine. Is she going to make slushies?
Completely sort of wild card aspect of the piece. Urine has never been
wild card aspect of the.
Reserved for this long, as far as I know, ever. And so, working with a biochemist, proteins can unravel, bacteria can grow. It's been really
cool. Add some, I don't know, isopropyl alcohol there to prevent microorganisms or something. I don't know. Or what's the bombing?
The thing is that the reason why she didn't take basic precautions that you would think is so that she could use terms like the proteins have been denatured.
What's the spelling? Formaldehyde. Well, add formaldehyde to this mixture. It might actually improve the smell. No.
I'd say that is some really dark-looking urine.
Yeah. At the very least, the only thing that we should be glad that she didn't do is that eating asparagus.
Oh, she needs to eat. She needs to drink more water.
Yeah, no, but I mean, asparagus makes your piss smell so bad.
No, that
So
one
imagine
black
gallons
cube
of it.
ruined that whole beautiful yellow tint. That's what happened.
than I had anticipated. And so to see this tank finally manifest is a tremendous relief.
This is not a choice.
The audio that I used, this 4-channel surround sound of all the different testimonies from the ACLU versus the Virginia School Board.
My son, Gavin Elliott Grimm.
The testimony of Gavin Grimm.
So it's 4-channel surround, but it's a spoken word, so it's in mono anyway. So it's like it's not 4-channel surround. It's just 4 speakers that's reproducing the same sound.
Yeah, but it's 4-channel surround.
Yeah, it's surround. It's just 4 channels.
Haha, you said 4chan.
Hard work. Get all the hard work that the artists have spent years trying to perfect. You know, fucking years trying to get that art out there to be seen. No, all you have to do is piss in a jug and then boom. Oh, it's completely fine. It's like fuck the other artists who actually put effort into it. All she did was drink and then piss in a jug.
Yeah, it's like move over to Vinci. This is the real artist.
Yep.
Did you piss in bottles for I don't know how many days this was, then put it in a giant cube?
I just can't believe that my teacher, I can't believe that my teacher went like, anime is an art. And then he would probably, I remember, he would probably point something like this and go, this is art. Anime is not, this is art. And it's like.
At least anime could take some effort to friggin' draw and animate. I mean, the only thing that took effort was them pretty much transporting the piss. I mean.
Yeah, she said there, and to see this tank manifest, bitch, it's a fish tank. This is not that complicated.
Yeah.
It's plexiglass, it's silicone. You know, Forrest Gump could have built.
Or he's not building it. Whatever the fuck.
Jesus Christ! So in order to get recognized, I just have to ditch all the hard artwork I did and just I don't know, fucking store my period blood from now on.
Yeah.
I mean, this is in. If I recall correctly, this is in a New York.
I have a lot of respect for you.
This is like a New York art studio thing or whatever. I think.
Yeah.
If I recall correctly.
Forrest Gump, yeah. We got apple juice piss, all kinds of piss, shrimp piss.
Nah, this video is actually pissing me off though because I had a piece of art and it got turned down to be in a gallery, and it's like, oh, okay, that got turned down to be in a gallery. This piece of artwork took me like months to make, and you know, looks like a realistic woman, all that stuff. But then shit like this is accepted, and it's like, okay, I'm never trying again.
Let's finish this. You just say, the sooner the better. Oh.
It is about fear of a body that people don't understand.
Everyone here is
She's gonna give a lot of demonstration.
I would fear a fucking cubic meter of piss.
And not only that, but like I think everyone pees. Like how are people not understanding pee?
So there's a book that's entitled "Everything Everybody Poops."
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. So did it
Yeah. So the art installation is her standing in front of a wall of piss jugs, drinking water in front of a cube of piss.
And then pisses
This
in
would
front
be
of
more fitting in like a porn fetish studio than fucking an art one.
Well, the standard
Yeah,
for
those
art
are
these days is
porn
just make
sites, you know.
anything transgressive and it counts as art.
Yeah, just sit there and just say it's protesting transphobia. It's protesting Islamophobia. It's whatever.
You know, SJWs are fucking up everything. They fucked up goth. You know goths, right? Now goths have the reputation of being SJWs because SJWs go, "Oh, I'm goth," while the actual goths go like, "Fuck you."
Fuck off.
You know, they fucked up art because anyone who goes into art and design are automatically labelled as an SJW now. Thanks a lot for that. What else? Whoever's a fucking writer, whoever's a fucking writer, like tries to write a book or something, automatically SJW. Because these people just ruin everything they touch.
Yeah, the Hugo Awards for science fiction are now being called the Hippo Awards because it's always feminist, trans, SJW writers who make minimal effort in plots and characterization. They get the prize, whereas deserving right-wing authors who put in lots of action adventure, they don't get the prize. So now on Amazon, the old science fiction stuff is outselling the latest award winners. The award winners get no sales. They just get, the fake approval of fake people.
Yeah. It's like the thing is though, is these what I have a problem with SJWs taking up the art media is they don't put any fucking effort in it, and the people who actually put an effort, don't ever get the praise. It's the SJWs who get the praise because they're like, I'm a fucking gender fluid trans person, and you have to like my thing. So people like it because it's socially acceptable. And this person hasn't spent 2 seconds on it. And then the person who spent months, maybe even years on an art project looks amazing, fantastic, maybe one of the best art ever, right? And people go and no one pays attention to it because, oh, that artist isn't trans. Oh, that artist is white. Oh, that artist isn't a special gender. It's fucking
Well, you know what they did at the Cannes Film Festival. The people who weren't nominated for awards, they created the Salon des Refusés, and they had a great film festival of all the stuff that was refused at Cannes. So you should start doing alternative art, all the stuff that's refused.
Oh no, there's some people out there who are pretending to be SJW so their artwork can be seen. Because there's been a couple of people who've been outed saying oh, this person isn't actually gender fluid, they're just gay, sort of thing. And they've pretended to be SJWs just to get that art seen.
Yeah.
I've actually known some people that had to do that. They say it's fucking horrible, but it's the only way they can get in university.
So, guys, would you like to pay almost $800 for this?
No.
No.
What?
Hell no.
Wait, what?
Yeah, if I want to see some piss, I can just go to
What?
it right now.
No, it's not piss. It's abstract fucking art.
Oh,
yeah,
this
don't have
thing.
Glebs isn't here to show
off,
people.
that's No.
There are
My
6
fucking
pieces
paintings.
in that collection.
My fucking paintings are abstract, but you can still tell what the fuck it is.
Yeah, you sit there and you take a look at a Jackson Pollock painting. One of the lower end ones sold for $35,000. $35,000 fucking dollars for a drop cloth.
Pretty much.
I can go around to any paint contractor after a week-long job and go down to an art gallery and probably say, hey, I found one of Jackson Pollock's lost artworks.
No. Better. Well, I mean, you probably might not get away with that because it's the fraud aspect. But the thing is, what if you did like, you could pass it off as like the art of the working man, the working class, do like a communist spin on it. Probably. I bet you could play it off.
Depending on if you can catch the right cycle, because art goes in cycles too. If you can catch the right cycle, you can sell drop cloths as the school of Jackson Pollock. Yeah, I love how they use terms like that. The school of, like, basically like, you copied an artist's style, so it's in the school of.
It's like I paint hentai porn, right? But I make it really pretty. I make it really pretty using the backgrounds. And the thing is SJWs, they love porn art, right? But you see something, but oh man, if you put tentacles in it, or if the woman is naked, and
wait. So what do you need? Like fully clothed porn or something?
No, like they either want lesbian porn or they want the people to look exactly like them.
Wow, that's not
Tumblr style.
I'm okay with the first one, but not okay with the second one.
Now, when I got the money, I paint some easy porn art, like some simple stuff, but it's still pretty good. I remember I used to sell them all the time, and I remember this one girl complained about me because I never did any lesbian porn. She's like, "Oh, why haven't you done any lesbian porn? Have you done any lesbian porn?" It's like, she always complained about it, and then I just responded with, because I can't paint it yet. Like, I can't physically paint it because it's like, I don't know how. I'm used to paint, like, I've gotten better now, but back then it was like, I couldn't paint lesbian porn for life of me. I could only paint like tentacles then. Now I can draw like monster cocks, fucking traps, anything really.
How about nearly $2,000 for this one?
Oh god,
what do you put?
Labs, bring it up.
So, the link. Let's see.
Let's see.
Let me show it. Let's see. Yes, here it is. Everyone, let's do this.
Wait, did this sell? Oh no, it's being sold for.
Let me just. Wait, seriously? I can. My sister did something better than that, and she's 4.
There was this online test. It was called. You are shown painting, and you need to try to guess: is it a child painting or a modern art masterpiece? And it's not very easy. Let's actually try to find this. Let's play this. Quiz.
Yeah, well, you're saying that art has become bad for a reason, and it's to cheapen society, and so nobody studies the traditions of the past anymore. They just shit on a canvas and call it art.
Yeah.
The modern
literally in some cases.
The Modern Art Museum. I remember my teacher. Fucking hell, fucking arsehole he was. I would paint something that actually looks like something, right? Like a person or an object or something like that. He would go, "Oh, it's okay, I guess." But if I painted something like what Privilege is showing, he would go, "Oh, it's amazing," and it's like, you're a fucking moron.
All right, let's guess. I think this is professional or quote professional.
Yeah, that red dot with the two.
Enter what? What?
Yeah,
The enter
red,
modern art.
the red and with the two dots,
Photo art.
blue dots, almost looks like a skull.
I don't like the.
So it represents death.
Yeah.
Looks like an octopus head to me.
Yeah, but it's the composition, the balance, the what the artist is trying to say, and if he says nothing, it's child art.
I think you had to type it in, Priviledgy.
Huh?
You had to type in like either professional or child. Or whatever.
Let's do this one. Which one of these works were recently sold for 5 million at auction? Which one?
Center.
Yeah, it's probably that's right.
Probably Sender.
Nope.
What? No.
Are you kidding?
$6 million.
Why do I even bother making art? Fucking hell.
Why?
Okay,
looks like the boss monster in my last Dungeons and Dragons game. You know, the guy tried to draw it.
how much did this piece of sell for at auction? 1.5 million, 49,000, or nothing.
1.5.
This one?
I think that.
I think it's. My guess is 49,000.
Oh, it's a small child.
Oh my god.
It looks like the particularly
By a small child.
It looks like the particularly difficult ski slopes at Whistler. You know, I don't know. The adult, super hard level ski slopes full of blood.
This one's the 1.4 million one, isn't it?
Well, let's see this one. This is probably actually modern art. Well, 140 million. It's a bit too much. Even
That's a Jackson Pollock.
yeah, let's try one. What?
Oh.
You fucking kidding me?
It's
That was
well. Somebody said it was.
I actually recognize it.
Okay. Which one of these paintings belongs to the Museum of Modern Art?
The one in the middle.
Middle one?
Yeah.
No, it's.
I'm thinking left.
Yeah, probably
It's
left.
always going to be the uglier looking one, probably.
Try the left.
Privilegey, but by the way, my porn art is more or less a little abstract, so I think it'll be safe for YouTube.
Okay, we'll
Show. Oh, you're going to show some of our porn with the class? Your porn
Yeah,
with the class?
let me just put a t-shirt on there.
Okay. So I'll go with the first one. This is from the Museum of Modern Art. Well, let's try this one. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, this
The one that looks like a 4-year-old drew is the one.
So I get
I
that.
really
but
don't
that one actually looks like an art piece, you know?
It doesn't look. I mean, like, it looks like something at least. Like, there's some effort put into it.
Mother of 13? I don't know. No.
I bet it's the preteen.
13, let's start. Oh, yeah, that's true.
See, there's some fucking effort.
This works sell for at an auction. I think it's like a face. It's well, face.
I got
legs.
one serious one. So the ones that are out that are not packed away, one is a serious one and one is a Megan molesting some woman. Because he forced
this one. I think this one sold for 12.
Yeah, it's probably the more expensive one.
Oh, 1 million. Okay.
Still retarded as fuck.
What did this work sell for? I think it's not a child's drawing because it's text there. Children don't write text on their scribbles.
Well, they might.
Well, let's try. No, 6.4 million.
Oh, fucking no.
Which of these paintings is not by famed Russian artist Kazimir Malevich? Well, this is by Malevich. Oh, this is
It's actually very upsetting that
middle one is not by him. Well, let's try it. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
The red one.
Which of these three works was made by a kid? Well, this is a bit, kids, I think too much effort for a kid. I don't know. How old?
It would not surprise me to find out that is the one.
Oh, let's try it. Oh, this one by a kid. Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Brilliant artist using so random kid's napkin doodle.
I I think that's probably going to end up turning out to be concept sketch for Bard or some crap.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Result 30%.
What?
Here, I got one for you. This is Voices of Fire. It's got. It was sold to the. I'm presenting.
Oh, so let's see this one, and then let's get okay. Oh, so it's okay.
This was sold to the National Gallery of Art of Canada for 1.2 million Canadian dollars.
Wow.
Why do I even bother?
Let's see.
It's called Voice of Fire. You can look it up. It's called Voice of Fire.
Hey, Miss
So
Tim,
this is
I'm
the serious one, and this is the one that I painted for Megan because he forced me to. Okay, so this is a serious one.
Okay.
Oh Jesus.
Image is very pixelated. Okay, it's getting clearer now.
Yeah.
Oh, now I see it. Okay.
There's some effort there. There's
Yeah.
effort there. That's all I want.
I'd buy that for $6 million.
Nice.
They're a bit like abstracty, but you can tell what they are. Still.
Yeah.
And then this is the one I did for Megan because he forced me to, because he's a cunt.
It's a little.
Oh, okay.
Is that supposed to be gender bent Mario?
No. That in the window is supposed to be Skeptic Llama.
Who?
As he's a YouTuber, Skeptic Llama.
Oh.
Is that Cthulhu or Davy Jones?
That's a Megon. That's a Megon.
He was on our show a couple times, actually.
Yeah, and he wanted it to be me, but I put some random chick instead just to piss him off.
That's weird.
Well, like him.
My other ones are kind of like wrapped away, unfortunately, but you know, these are the ones I hang on the wall behind me.
Nice.
I mean, there's one picture there, but that's not porn art. That's just something not quite sure.
What? It looks like an evil bunny with a human face on it or something from here.
Well, I think it's okay. So I think it was in college, and what happened was this teacher wanted us to paint something edgy. So I got like a guy who's a bad anime guy who wearing a gas mask, guts like growing out, and then his I think it's supposed to be a demon following him, but literally I painted it and went, this is so cringy, it's funny. You know, and I love my art teachers. I loved his exact words on it. It's not edgy enough. Yeah.
Start drawing Pepe's. That'll be edgy.
Well, I found another quiz.
I'm not wasting my canvas for a Pepe. Fuck that.
But well, if it's a Pepe art with some.
How about a piss covered Pepe?
I mean, I did something for Ichabod. He's one of my YouTuber friends. I made this for him. Like, he's got a whole thing with the character Tangerine. If they ever meet, the universe falls apart. So, I basically painted this with the universe being sucked up into a fucking swirl of death.
Well, that's what we were talking about on the live stream yesterday. Okay, makes sense now.
Yeah. I basically tweeted it with a caption saying, "Thanks for fucking up the universe, guys."
It makes. Oh, I found another quiz. Well, let's play this one.
Let's play
modern art. Let's try this. Play quiz.
All right, now I'll put my pictures back on the wall.
Okay, loading. Are you ready? Yes, we are ready.
Yes, we are ready.
What does this painting go under? Toddler art, modern art. Don't think. Okay, is it modern art or toddler art?
Be edgy and click. Do not click. Be
I think
edgy.
it's modern.
Yeah.
Modern, I think.
Toddler, modern.
I think modern.
Same.
And what was modern art?
I almost fell.
Zoom in.
Which one?
Can you zoom in a little?
Let's take
I think
seconds.
toddler in this case.
I say do not click.
Still no points, so it was wrong. Okay, this one. This one is probably modern art. What do you think?
Yes. I don't know.
At least I can see something. That looks like a
finger
mixture of a
painting.
wave.
No, still 0 points. This one.
Toddler.
Still 0 points.
Jesus
It's not showing you
Christ.
points.
This one.
Toddler, please.
Still wrong. What the fuck? What do you think?
No, it's not showing you. They're not showing your score till the end, maybe.
No, they said the first work was Hans Hoffman. So okay, what? The timer is running out. Is it?
Yeah, that one's modern. It actually looks recognizably like trees.
No.
Holy shit!
Jesus
Yeah, it
Christ.
was.
Oh yeah, so it was. Okay, it was modern art. Toddler or modern. This one is probably. Oh,
Modern.
Modern. I guess.
what do you think?
Please be toddler.
That's
Probably.
This is a stupid quiz. So, how did we do? Does it show? Oh,
30 points.
Wait, I don't get it.
It doesn't tell us which ones.
Yes. 30 points.
But you got to click to see which you got right and which you got wrong. See that little check mark?
Fucking stupid.
Click the check mark. Register now to save your score and see which question. Oh, so they're not going to show you the answers until you register?
Fuck that.
Nah, fuck off.
This is stupid. This is really stupid. Okay, what about this one? No. Okay, it's enough of that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we had enough crap.
Let us not go mad with any more art. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, in fact, I think we should totally rename the stream again to something more art related. You know, considering that's it's been going on for a long.
No feminist art.
Feel depressed knowing that the only way I'm gonna get fame is if I ditch my art and just pee in a bucket.
No, I have a perfect video clip. Have you seen the movie Idiocracy? They had this scene with the Museum of Art.
No, it's the Museum of Fart.
Yeah. It's a big future with everyone became retarded. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, everybody go mute for this. This is good.
What?
So let's try this. Okay.
Fucking communists.
You know where the time machine is?
I got a time machine in my pants. Great. Yeah, baby. It's even bigger than that one over by the Museum of Art.
Wait, is she wearing a Steven Universe t-shirt?
Anyone.
Oh, you haven't seen the movie?
I haven't seen
No.
Which movie?
I haven't seen the movie.
You should watch it.
Me neither.
Here's the chat. Oh yeah, it's like in the future where everyone became retarded. Like 500 years in the future, everyone is retarded and kind of closing where nobody's wearing button-up shirts because people are too stupid to really to know how to use.
Oh wait, is this Idiocracy?
Yeah, it's Idiocracy.
Yeah.
Oh holy shit! I haven't seen this in a while. Fuck.
Yeah, Myra Rudolph is a hooker who happens to join the other guy.
Never heard of the Museum of Art?
Oh.
Oh, that was in 2006. Never mind.
Now? You're so fucking funny.
gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I remember that movie. That movie was good. I loved that.
I didn't remember this part actually.
Was that
I never saw it.
was that the movie that fuck the guy gets like frozen in time for some reason, and then he goes all the way into the future where everyone's a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, that movie was fucking hilarious.
I gotta check it out sometime.
Yeah, same.
It's great. And well, the funniest part is that well, the studio didn't like how it turned out, so they tried to bury it, not promote it, and it failed at box office because it was never promoted. But it actually became a cult classic when it came to home video. So.
For Jay Robital, the piss artist is not a lunatic. She's a maniac. There's actually a difference.
Okay.
You explain.
The piss
Okay,
artist.
a lunatic is basically a maniac is the intense, energetic focus, thing. Lunatics are kind of more general, broad-based, and unfocused.
Well, both of those terms are not not the terms used by psychiatrists, but yeah, mania. Well, usually mania is people who have bipolar. They have two states, either depressive or manic. And when depressive, it's
the actual term maniac is usually it's much higher energetic and everything else, but it's very intense focus to the point of shutting out reality about what's going on.
Mm.
Yeah, that's why,
so basically every SJW ever.
No, SJWs,
definitely mania with possibly a touch of megalomania, but more likely a savior complex.
No, usually it's either narcissism or histrionics. Sometimes borderline. Cluster B personality disorders, those are the SJW ones. Because that's... Look up the symptoms.
Like when I was a feminist, I thought I had a huge importance in the world. I thought I was doing something good. I thought I was on the right side of history. And then I went to college and I hated everyone and I became this person.
One other thing should be self-diagnosed anxiety disorder. I think that one features prominently among them.
Usually, the most usually it's something like a self-diagnosed Tumblr. They go through DSM and find something that makes them would make other people sympathetic to them, or at least in their mind, and they all that sounds like me. Oh yeah, I have this, and that. And of course,
I remember having an anxiety attack in college, and I'm like, the girl next to me was going, I know how you feel. I'm going through the same thing. She's just sitting there going like, right after she said that, and there's me going like, I need to get out of here.
Yeah. I mean that kind of typifies the social justice thing is, like commentate on what's happening and don't actually fix anything at all.
Yeah. Well, anyways, I wanted something to talk about something else, another topic, and just kind of. Oh, well, we can see some stupid stuff. United Kingdom cops are being retired again. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, this.
Yeah. So one moment, let me. Where's OBS?
Well, how can you trust the UK police if they can't even have guns?
Well, I think they have guns now because of all the terrorist attacks.
Given how retarded they are, maybe it's a good idea not to give them guns.
Steam.
Look
Are they
at
armed?
No, it's like
around in bare costumes, paint their nails to fight slavery, and wear high heels to highlight domestic violence, while crime statistics soar. Well, gee, it's what a fucking picture.
I wonder why domestic violence is soaring.
Well, first of all, what does wearing high heels?
Well, it's easy. Just ask yourself, what has changed?
Wait, hold on. If wearing high heels to highlight domestic violence, isn't that reinforcing gender norms?
Yes.
So the idea that it's gendered, it's not, because statistics show that the perpetrators are pretty much split in half. So it's pretty much half of the cases it's male perpetrator, and now half cases it's female perpetrator. So yeah.
Yeah, it is literally almost half. Like they say, oh, but more women are getting are rape victims. It's like, yeah, by 2%.
Oh my god, that's.
This is.
Yeah, there's a difference by 2%.
Yeah. Also, what kind of idiocy is this? Just they are painting their nails and wearing high heels, and what does it accomplish?
Well, they're gonna get beaten up, to be fair, because they're fags.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we're gonna make it more equal by getting
one. Yeah, the guys that have one fingernail painted because 1 in 5.
Oh.
I hope they don't just do it on the pinky, because usually in some Latino zones it's used to scoop up cocaine.
Yeah. No, usually when the guy has the one fingernail painted, it's usually the index finger, because to also illustrate that we have to point out the injustice.
Or one, don't the Islamic State do that? One caliphate or some shit or something.
Is it going to be like if you use nail polish, if you use the wrong color, you're racist now?
Black,
and then they have the date rape drug detecting nail polish.
It was.
That's actually pretty good.
Did that actually work?
That was bullshit.
Yeah, it was a concept because they did. It's like, oh, it's a good idea. Yeah, well, good idea is okay, but where are the chemicals that do this stuff? Oh, yeah, they didn't have them. They weren't even chemists. They just have. Oh, wouldn't it be great? Yeah, wouldn't it be great to have?
Well, I thought they actually had a working one, and it was criticized as as fear mongering or some crap.
That was just. It was given
getting prizes for a concept. So wow.
If they actually did it though, that would have been fucking amazing. Like how many people would be raped? It's like.
But then how many people would have been dumped off because it's like, hey, I just bought you a drink, and it's like, hey, I'm gonna tip my fingers in it to see if there isn't any drugs, and it's like, yeah, fuck you, I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is also is that unless you're using a liquid and stirring it, most date rape drugs are done in a pill, and so it'll dissolve in there and everything. So that fingernail is not going to work for at least like maybe 10 minutes.
No,
like when I went to a pub, I was drinking Coke, but someone roofied my drink, but I didn't drink, but I drank a little bit, right? And then according to my friend who was there, what happened was my other friend came in, he drank the whole thing because he saw it, thinking he saved me from the drug. Nope, we were just both roofied. So we went home, went to bed, and my friend just tucked us in the same bed. We woke up next morning going like, oh shit, did we have sex? A friend comes in coming like, so how was your jog trip? And I'm like, what the fuck? We did not have sex, but
That's a fucking story. Jesus Christ.
He tried to save me from the date date rape, basically, but kind of failed.
Yeah. I'm gonna take the bullet for you, so it's gonna. I'm gonna save you. No, the bullet goes through the both of you.
My natural instinct waking up in that situation was, well, we at least may as well do it while we're awake so we can remember what we're regretting.
No.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, he's gay and I'm not attracted to him at all. So it was double awkward when we went.
I'm like, screw it. If I'm gonna regret crap, I may as well remember it.
Yeah, it's like a lesson has to be learned.
Why didn't he like just dump out the drink? I don't understand why he drank it.
I have no idea, actually. I think
he was just drunk.
I think it was more of a, you know, when you want to protect someone, but you don't really think too fast, so you just do it. I think it was sort of
fair enough. I assume you guys have been drinking before too, so
yeah,
alcohol impaired logic.
Maybe
there's no way I'm gonna let this chick get more wasted than me.
Maybe he thought that you were Cleopatra and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna save you by drinking the poison.
And it's like, I already drank the poison.
I already did. I'm gonna drink more poison than you. That's gonna save you.
Yeah, it's hilarious because my friend he rubbed it in both of our faces for a really long time.
I hope he did.
Yeah, but he did fuck with us though. Like when we thought we had sex, sort of thing. Like he did fuck with us and going, "Oh, you guys were so loud last night." All I heard was bang, bang, bang. We're like, "Oh fucking hell!" And then he's like, "Oh man, you got to stop jumping on the bed." And we're like, "Oh no!" And then he
I would have sit there and I would have asked you who the hell is my captain?
my captain.
No, you know what? If I had the possibility, you find someone. If you have a broken bed, you put them in it. It's like, yeah. It's like, oh, we went so hard last night, we don't even remember, and we broke the bed.
Just take off one of the legs.
Yeah. That would be best prank. That would be a prank worthy of YouTube.
Luckily we found out, but he did let us believe for the entire day that we fucked. So yeah, it's like he's freaking out. It's like, oh no, what's my boyfriend gonna say? And then there's me going like, oh my god, I just had sex with my friend.
With your gay friend.
Nonetheless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what friendship is for. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, let's see what this is. I'm really curious about why are they wearing those fucking cheap ass furry masks and just
this is why we need alt furry.
Yeah.
Solidarity, brothers.
I think this is not some kind of a gimmick. It's just they being silly at the store because this is probably the package intact. I think.
Yeah.
Well, it's at least it's not, something they do just for shits and giggles. But the painting of nails and high heeled shoes, that's their bosses who come up with this idea. So let's see.
No, I kind of wish it worked though. Like, how many women would be safe from this shit? And men. Actually, if men do it too.
In one forest, drug squads insisted on asking cannabis growers if they were victims of
What?
Wait, what?
Where's the logic?
Victims of slavery.
Wait, are cannabis growers now slave owners?
No, they might have been enslaved.
No, I know, but like the owners of cannabis farms, are they slave owners now? What the fuck?
So let's see. Oh yeah, this is the. It's called Walk a Mile in Her Shoes or something.
But
yeah, this is fucking
what if a crime occurs, you fucking morons?
Well, it's like, oh yeah, a mile in her shoe. It's like, what if she wears fucking steel-toed boots?
Yeah, that reminds me.
I would do that. I would just wear normal shoes, just like the girls I know wear steel-toed shoes.
Well, besides, if an actual crime happens, you got to remember Dianne Feinstein says, in a mass shooting situation, if the gunman sees that everybody else is armed, he will put down his weapon and give himself up. That's just human nature.
Yeah, no.
Types of shoes, right? These are the types of shoes I fucking wear.
So
I wear New Rocks.
Did you just assume my footwear?
No, but literally, I wear New Rocks. I wear this. Yeah,
Those
something
are
else.
some big
Fucking head in. I wear this.
Jesus Christ, you wear golf boots.
Oh, okay. So I wear New Rocks, right? I wear these. I wear these. Okay. And I wear these. I haven't wore high heels since I was 16.
But by the way,
dumb people.
In the article, it said something about more degrees than arrests.
Yeah, it's well, it says too many
Like
more
right here.
constables have got more degrees under their belt than arrests. The people in charge have simply not done their job.
Well, ain't that the fucking truth?
Yeah, so let's in Avon and Somerset, police went out on patrol wearing neon nail varnish to raise awareness of modern day slavery. It's not like those people came up with this idea themselves. No, it's
we're gonna raise awareness. We're not gonna arrest people that are into this. We're just gonna raise awareness. Hey, that guy is being murdered.
Wait, hold on.
We're breast cancer. We're gonna go out and tell everybody, hey, people get cancer in their boobies.
This is
why
that's what raising awareness amounts to.
This is why people here don't trust the police.
The thing is okay. So they're raising awareness of modern day slavery through nail polish, right? But in fucking Rotherham, they literally weren't arresting the people doing the modern fucking slavery.
Well, yeah, that's why Britain's been cucked.
The modern day slavery that the modern day slavery that they want to raise awareness of is the white guys running hookers. No, they don't want to talk about the Muslim gangs over in Africa that are still involved in slavery.
Yeah, I think to be effective, a police should not be wearing fuck me shoes. He should be wearing fuck you boots.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey, I would just say that catching criminals would probably be way easier if they wore New Rocks. Now, hear me out. It's because if a criminal is trying to fucking attack you, New Rocks can actually damage your legs pretty hard if you kick them repeatedly.
Yeah, but to run in New Rocks, you have to be in only lunar gravity or something like that.
Yeah,
I mean, look at those
I can
things.
wear sneakers and damage a leg in one shot. You come out the inside of the knee or take out the inside of the ankle.
Oh, you just said even then, just like you did. Though with those boots, it's like those super boots that are super hard. Just like just hearing the police walking around, like if it was an army.
Yeah,
nobody would commit any crime.
What about cleats?
They recycled moon boots, and the young people never heard of moon boots, so they bought the New Rocks.
It gets even better. When a campaign provoked an angry backlash, the force encouraged people who were criticized to report comments as hate crime.
Enough of this.
With New Rocks, I have to make sure my leg isn't shit.
Jesus Christ, Steam, get the fuck out of the UK. Seriously.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I'm planning to. Okay, like what I'm gonna do is basically when I move in with a person I know in a couple months. So I will finally be in a stable area where I can finally make my immigration papers to live in the US with Ichabod and Minty.
With what?
They're friends and YouTubers.
Okay. Good. Get the fuck out. Jesus
Welcome to the
Christ.
States, home of President Donald Trump. I'll tell you that when you get here.
Do I want an Oompa Loompa being in charge?
Well, I mean,
well, you can stay in like this place like Humberside where all the criminals are reading the paper and saying, "Hey, man, we should move to Humberside, man. The cops be crazy, man."
to be fair, the maximum that he can stay in the White House is 8 years. I'm not sure how long it'll take the UK to get uncucked, if it ever will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think it will.
Yeah, 8 years is plenty of time to assemble fat, juicy budget.
The UK government would have to be overthrown by somebody else. If that was the case.
I would
D-Day version 2.0.
If the UK has to be overthrown, like if the UK has to be dictated, it's either by me or an American.
Probably.
Yeah, but I don't see the US going after a fellow NATO member unless you guys did something really bad.
I mean, you know, if they go full UK-istan, you know, it very well might.
You know, I would totally. Yeah, I would. You know, I call me a radical, but you know, if the UK or Sweden was ever to become, you know, a friggin' caliphate or whatever, or any of these, you know, type of states, I'd say it was for the.
They're almost there.
Well, yeah, I was about to say, it would probably be that would pose a significant national security threat to the rest of Europe, so it would be worth invading them and throwing out all the.
Years, you know, in 10 years, the British Parliament is going to be meeting in Abdul's chip shop because that's the only building that isn't being bombed.
I mean, the thing is the other sad part is if the EU gets their fucking EU army, they might invade the UK and forcibly incorporate them back in.
Well, the UK are cucked, so they would have to recuck them.
Oh, God.
So
I mean, that's the point. Is like forcibly cuck them again.
So which part of Britain will be raped first, the currency or the women? Who knows?
There's this law with, because certain shops aren't pharmacies, you can only sell like 2 at a time, medicine wise. Because there's a whole it's a whole legal issue between pharmacies and supermarkets and all that stuff. And I remember this woman, she was an American woman, and she tried to get ibuprofen, I think. And I said you can only have 2 at a time, and she went ape shit. She was like, "Oh, this fucking nanny state! My uncle killed himself with a fucking shotgun, not." And I'm like, holy shit! Okay, I know you don't like. I'm going in my mind like freaking out. Oh my god, I need to get away from this woman. I understand her pain, I really do, but the way she was acting, I wanted to run away.
By the way, to what exactly? Like 2 things of medicine? Like, what do you mean by 2 exactly?
Like, basically paracetamol and ibuprofen, or basically anything that's that can kill you if you take too many. Is 2 at a time, because I think it's got something to do with the massive suicide rate. So they made those laws. There's also some legal issues with pharmacy, like us, like not being a pharmacy and all that stuff. I think you have to be a pharmacy to get multiple shit.
Gotcha. Oh man.
But to be honest, I don't think I like people are going like, oh yeah, we're just gonna make you stop taking so much, that way you won't get suicide. And it's like, you do realize if people want to kill themselves, they're gonna try and find ways to kill themselves.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, to a certain degree, it's also sort of opportunity because if I recall correctly, the UK stopped using gas ovens and that cut down suicide rates by a lot.
Maybe.
Because the ovens are like right there. I don't
know. No, there are still some gas ovens.
It got rid of it for the most part, I guess, then.
Well, yeah,
Well, you could
but
still try to OD on
to
like
be honest,
pharmaceuticals or something.
that our suicide rate is still skyrocketing, and it is mostly men doing it. No one ever talks about it. In England, no one ever talks about it. They will talk about how women will attempt suicide, but they'll never talk about the men who actually did commit suicide.
Yeah. I believe in the US it's like 2 or 3 times women like successfully.
Men.
Yeah, men successfully committing suicide.
Men are way more successful than women. Women attempt multiple times, but men actually succeed.
I will appear insensitive, but if you manage to fuck up a suicide, it's like either you're stupid or you don't really want to die and just want help.
It's not fucking up a suicide. It's like you're about to do a suicide attempt, but then you kind of change your mind.
Yeah.
The thing is the reason why women are less successful usually is because they use like pills and stuff like that where you can survive. Men just blow their heads, blow a hole in their head. They're not going to survive that most of the time.
Yeah, that's like you can't really regret until it's too late.
Yeah.
With the gun, it's like if he change his mind, well, it's changed mind change, and no real hurt has been done.
Yeah,
it's like there was a stupid guy who tried to kill himself on a stream by drinking Febreze, and he got like diarrhea for 3 days straight.
Yeah, because apparently Febreze won't kill you. It just makes you have really bad diarrhea.
So, well, at least, imagine if he actually died from shooting himself too much.
I think that is possible.
Yeah, from dehydration.
I think it's
sounds like a terrible way to die, though. Like
no, but there's also a problem of if you try and commit suicide, instead of helping you, they chuck you in prison. It's like, okay, the suicidal person in prison, that will cure them.
There was actually, I don't remember in which country it was, but there was a law. So if you try to commit suicide but fail, you will be executed by the state. Like if you're stuck at this so much that you can't do it yourself, well, the government will help you do it properly. So,
well, it's like
oh, you want to die so much? All right.
One of the main reasons I think there's such a high suicide rate is because people know for a fact that if you're gonna do suicide and you fail, you're gonna go to prison, right? So it gives people more of an incentive to kill themselves instead of trying to survive and call the hospital. And that's the problem. It's like, well, fuck, if the worst thing is you can't admit that you're suicidal, because that way with our shitty government, it's kind of like you have to disclose all your mental problems at work. Like it's like you have to do it. So if you're trying to look for a job or you're at work, you have to disclose it, and that could fire you. If you try and seek help, they will get the police on you. Like they will either tell the police and the police will keep an eye on you, or you get arrested by the police and interrogated.
Oh, well, that just sounds great.
Okay. The suicide hotlines, they're terrible too, because it's like they follow a script, and everyone knows they follow a script. Like they follow a script, and this is why the suicide hotlines in England never work. It's because they're following a fucking script, and everyone knows they're following a script because it's so fucking robotic. And also, again, if you call up a suicide hotline and they convince you not to do it, they are still legally required to contact the police as well, and the police fucking arrest you and put you in jail because you tried to commit suicide.
But
winning.
I mean,
they just throw you in a mental institution.
I mean, this is kind of akin to this reminds me akin to the drug wars. Like, is basically, instead of putting people in jail, it should be, like rehabilitating, putting them in a program instead of just straight up putting them in jail, because it just doesn't work. Like, it's shown to not work, but it's really good for private prisons in the United States.
Yeah.
Really fucking good for them.
Prisons should never be private. It's a really bad idea. It's
Yeah.
It's
supposed to be about public safety, so just like should be owned by the state. And then you can, I think by me saying that, you can hear all the end caps triggering in the distance.
No, it's just it basically, if you're suicidal, in England, you have to keep it to yourself.
If you're suicidal, fuck you. You can quote UK.
You might be suicidal just because you're in England. With all the shit that's going on.
That's a compelling argument for suicide there, just being in the UK.
Yeah. So, anyways, let's switch topic to something. Well,
that's
more pleasant.
Well, it's not more pleasant because it's about degeneracy. Literal degeneracy.
More entertaining, I guess. Then.
Our stream, I called it NeoFAG burning down. Well, obviously, this forum full of SJWs, pedophiles, and other degenerates. And it's supposed to be about gaming, but well, let's see. Actually,
we should start a pool. So it's like, okay, the next star that's gonna have a scandal behind them, pedophile or a sexual aggressor, or both.
Both, obviously. But I actually learned about this story right before we started. So,
64.
Former NeoGAF moderator Christopher Goldberg has just been charged with 64 counts of child porn possession.
Does he win a free Nintendo with that?
Let's see. Alright. A man indicated he
I wonder if Allison Rapp will actually get busted.
He needed to suppress. If you want to suppress something, the worst kind of way to suppress it is to actually do the opposite of suppression, because that's what it is. Christopher John Goldberg, 32, of Jasmine Drive, a Porcona country place, told investigators he believed the images he downloaded aren't illegal if they depict no sexual acts. Goldberg was charged Wednesday morning with 64 counts of child porn possession and one count of criminally using a communication facility computer. So let's see what else here. So I guess this is his. Patton Oswalt, of course, is a fucking retard. You know the Women's March is successful because the anime Nazi accounts are suddenly concerned about women's rights in Muslim countries. Bunch of weird.
What?
I think this is him. I'm rocks. Bunch of weirdos who's just. Why is this apostrophe? It's not possessive. It's supposed to be plural. Fucking hell. It's English is not even my native language, and it's making me cringe. Hey, we just want the freedom to look up anime lawless curse without being judged for it. Oh yeah, this is a typical projection.
Yeah.
Sargon's Law. Okay, let's see what else.
I'm sure I could watch a movie if I plugged a wire in his ass.
Probably.
Oh, that just says in his subjective view that design is made to appeal to lolicon fantasies. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Lolicon.
Lolicon fantasies. That's not the person this guy here.
He has a fucking lolicon.
So this is this Amrox. This is the guy, by the way. Look at the face. Look at the fucking face.
Look at it.
It's not the only degenerate there, because there's this is, I think this one isn't connected to NeoGAF. No, it's disjointed, but this guy, he also was a possessed child porn, and he's one of those anti-Gamergate critics who wanted to show how progressive he is by opposing all those gamer terrorists who want to oppress women and something. And turns out he has a history of downloading child pornography.
What's his name? Michael Moore has been accused 4 counts with minors.
It's fake news, because the
fake
website.
News? I don't know.
Well, the website says that it's according to Fox News, but they didn't link to Fox News article. I tried to search text from there. no results were linked to Fox News website, but several results linked to websites calling that fake news. So it's fake.
Okay.
That's why when some little known or unknown website is saying, "Oh, this news agency you probably know about says this," but doesn't link to the article.
Yeah.
This is a really big
that's
flag.
suspicious.
Because usually when they actually cite a news article or some news agency, they have a link to it. And by the way, you always should probably click and then check, did they actually report it properly or did they quote mine? Because sometimes they might have left out a piece of the original article that is important and changes the how we perceive the rest. It's a good idea to check everything because never trust. Even though you know those mainstream media outlets, they aren't very reliable. Anyways, if it's CNN, it's probably fake. Let's see. Well, what the old tweets by this fucking degenerate. Part of Westworld is a deep exploration of the nature of consciousness and blah 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 blah. About how video games breed misogyny and sadism. Thanks a lot, Gamergate. I have gamers in my family. It breaks my heart that I now need to not respect or speak to them, Gamergate. I think no, it doesn't speak to him because he was already arrested for child porn. Once again, let's what is the second one? Okay, open image in the tab. Once again, someone who I had muted because their tweets were annoying turns out to be a sexual predator. Oh, yeah, look projection. Really, literally, all you need to see is the hair. Oh yeah,
he's a Nazi.
Yeah, the Nazi haircut.
So, apparently, this hair means that this is a sexual predator. Okay. Holy cow! Of course, Joss Whedon is a hypocrite. Oh yeah, I remember. Or yeah, I like his. Oh yeah.
Of course, right?
Of course.
But a pedophile shouldn't talk shit about a guy who cheated on his wife. At least he cheated with adult women on his wife.
I'm gonna go to bed.
This guy was.
All right. Good night, Miss Steam.
Night.
Oh yeah.
Night.
Let's see the next one. Open image, new tab. Oh, it's this. Okay, we lost.
Yeah, okay, that's him.
Bye, Miss Steam. Oh well.
Bye.
You were in fewer of us. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, this is
two wives.
Yeah, this is sheer. Yeah, this person shouldn't talk shit about other people's appearance.
Yeah.
Like a creator of Nanan.
Yeah. Pronoun she, her, with that much chest hair? No.
Hillary's walk in the woods and more.
He looks like a heavier version of Anders Breivik.
or just like maybe Alex Jones' manlet brother.
Yeah. Editor and cinematographer, known for what's out there, the baddest in our RoboCop remake. Oh, okay. And that's the last one. The last one is probably about the. So someone spilled the beans about this, about quote unquote her. I lived with Shane Vader from July. On the first week of April 2014, my home was searched, raided by at least 30 police officers. That's impressive. And Child Protective Services to search my home for child pornography. Shane was keeping and sending child porn to people, and he was being tracked, and this was a sting. I saw a cop car sitting outside of my house the day before it went down, and I didn't think anything of it. I had no idea about any of this. After our home and laptops were confiscated, I called his father to inform him about what happened, and he told me that this happened to them at their home in Minneapolis when Shane was younger. Possibly middle of high school, I don't remember specifics. Shane proceeded to abandon his room in our apartment and escaped back to Minneapolis, where he and his family blocked me on every platform, and this was never spoken about again until recently. So this degenerate has a long history of degeneracy.
Of course.
Degenerates.
Too many of them.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. Just like rapists and Nazis.
Let's see.
So everywhere.
And, we know this is true because this person doesn't even deny that this is true. I had a dark secret and I'm sorry about it. I wish it never happened, and I understand if you got a piece out. I'm happy to report I have been doing really good with this stuff for the last couple of years, for the first time in my entire life. I literally talked. How can you figuratively talk to someone? Literally talked to my therapist yesterday about how I hoped I could open up.
You could have said, I talked to my therapist literally yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, that would have been grammatically correct.
Yeah. Open up about this on my own terms. Yeah, I kind of doubt this. And not under duress because someone hates me. Oh, well. Why would people hate you? I mean, it's just downloading shell porn. Didn't do nothing. To any of my ex-muffos? What?
Mufos?
Mufos.
Upset I hadn't disclosed this prior. I'm sorry.
This motherfucker? I don't
know.
Broken hearted.
Yeah.
How is someone's ex-motherfucker? But I don't know. But some of my oldest, closest friends are learning about it right here with you. There are other actually quotes from this.
Shane Vader.
The figurehead of an institution that systematically covers up sexual. Oh yeah, I like how this is fucking projection.
Yeah, interesting. We were just talking about the UK about all that shit.
Yeah, so let's see. I've seen more quotes by this fucking degenerate. Yeah, she, her. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's see. Actually, I think. One moment. I have links to this in Discord.
Oh yeah.
Too much. The funny thing is that several those anti-gamers and SJWs have been outed as degenerates this week alone, and it was going on every single week. At least one of them got either accused or even being arrested or actually admitted this shit. So let's see. One moment. Okay, there's another tweet with screenshots about this degenerate. So yeah. Okay, let's actually read some of those tweets.
I think Mombot also posted. She has a moment list or something that she posted. I need to find it.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, here I won't call this degenerate shit. No. Yeah, I know I'm misgendering. Call me a transphobe. Who cares? Okay, so,
you're awful.
Well, these Gamergate nerds have been writing their Grandpa Simpson letters. Huh? I have been taking over all the what? Okay. American Horror Story Season 5 Gamergate Strip Club Party. What? When Zelda's the girl and they still say we live in a patriarchy gamer. So it's trying to be satirical and failing. And why
I posted a link. She has a list
right now.
It's from Mombot. I know. This is great. Let's see what else. Yeah, if Gamergate doesn't end in Donkey Kong's resignation, I'll. What?
The fuck is he going on about?
He's gonna fill a huge cube much faster than that girl boy.
Yeah. So this is the post we saw. Let's see. I hid a dark secret. Blah 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 blah. Okay. We saw this one. Okay. It's the same image. Okay. So, and let's see. Oh yeah, this. By the way, yeah, Mombot updates this list, but I think that some are still missing here. Okay, so let's see all the anti-Gamergate degenerates who got ousted. So okay, this one. King County prosecutors file a new rape charge against Matt Hickey. Okay, former tech freelancer and Capitol Hill local man Mike Hickey already faces 3 rape charges filed in Kings County Superior Court, but on Tuesday, King County prosecutor filed 1 more. Yeah, that's quite a prolific degenerate. Matt Hickey, 2014. Gamergate is a bunch of women-hating future rapists. Matt Hickey, 2017. Oh yeah, I remember this one. So he was fined for pretending to be a fake porn agency, so he just could have a casting couch without any actually without making any porn movies. Just
like basically he took the casting couch porn concept and actually did it.
Yep.
Yeah. He tried to,
because there's that guy who goes around like pretending to. This guy actually did it.
Yeah. So that was one thing. Several women accused him of rape. So he isn't found guilty yet, but at least four rape charges so far. Yeah, that's quite a prolific degenerate. So there's this link to the article about it. Okay. Yeah, let's see what else is here. Birth Movies Death Editor-in-Chief Devin Farash. Oh yeah, that fucking degenerate. Steps down to the assault allegations surface. He didn't deny that this was true. I remember this fucking.
Well, at least in deny, at least he admits.
Well, he admitted after he was accused publicly of this. It's not like he was feeling bad about this and came out himself. Okay. Darren Farash, 2014. The losers in Gamergate are mad at women because women want nothing to do with them. Darren Farash, 2016. Volunteer for Zoe Quinn's Twitter partnered anti-harassment organization accused of sexual harassment.
Do what?
The male feminist deeply involved in Zoe Quinn's Twitter partnered anti-harassment organization Crossover Network. Well, the acronym is CON, so yeah. Has been accused of harassing, stalking, and abusing female victims in a series of tweets and leaked chat logs from organizations. This shit. This is bad. How about
I actually saw somebody that put it very well. That like guys know that male feminists are very likely, sexual predators and whatever else. We don't dislike them because they're gender traitors or whatever else. We dislike them because they're manipulative little bastards.
Yeah.
And they're weak, spineless motherfuckers. Like, seriously, like, these people are like, what was it? There was a woman who was like, male feminists are pests or are like cats or dogs that you introduce to get rid of the pests and end up worse. And this fucking cuck was like, oh, well, on one hand, like, this is really, bad, like, no, you're supposed to get angry and fucking, like, talk against this. But no, he's like, oh, it's you're labeling all men, but on the other hand, I'm trying to be such a good ally. I'm just like, really? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, this woman is being a bitch.
I'm trying to be a decent human being.
Yeah, cock is a decent human being. I like this. Yeah. Glenn Flash, I don't even know who this is. Fascist, neo-Nazis, right-wing extremist MRAs on one side. People I admire being attacked by them. What a choice. And, tech journal Glenn Friedman called out for bringing up... So, he was accused of soliciting multiple women via email. Well, not... Compared to other degenerates, it's not that bad. Well, feminist Jamie Kilstein leaves Citizen Radio after sexual misconduct claims.
I mean, I guess you're propositioning over email. I mean, that's not really... I mean, unless there's a power aspect, I don't know. It's kind of weird, like, not really gauche, but...
Yeah, compared to others, it's just pretty much can be ignored, but it's still funny because that's what these people accuse us of doing. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jamie Kilstein, 2014. Gamergate is about sexism, not ethics. Jamie Kilstein, 2017. Male feminist Jamie Kilstein leaves Citizen right after sexual misconduct claims. Okay. Juan Thompson, 2014. Gamergate threatens and victimizes vulnerable marginalized groups. Juan Thompson, 2017. Ex-reporter charged with making bomb threats against Jewish sites. Oh yeah, one of those hoax crimes.
I think this is the guy who did it to try to frame his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend, if I recall correctly.
Actually, can I click?
I think so.
A former reporter for a news website was charged on Friday with making more than half dozen bomb threats against. I remember this one. Actually, I made a meme about it a while back for my meme page. I've kind of neglected lately just regressive things. I really should try this because I think I still have the meme about this. So Juan Thompson. Let's see. Jewish History Museum. The man Juan Thompson made some of the threats using his own name and others. So he made threats using his own name. Is he a bit, retarded or something? Well,
Really?
Wow.
Oh,
Darwin Award,
getting
perhaps?
a former girlfriend is part of an effort to intimidate. What the fuck? The church is.
Yeah. Oh, he threatened himself. That's what he did.
Ah,
He threatened himself using his girlfriend's name
okay.
to try to frame her.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this is kind of reminiscing about the recent shit that went down with what was it, Pagan Minotaur?
Hmm?
You guys hear about that?
No.
Oh, like how he supposedly doxed himself while trying to blame like his vegan and Muslim neighbors on shit.
Do you have a link?
The fuck?
I have a couple of other people's videos on it. Yeah, hang on, I'll go look them up.
Okay, can't find the meme. I'll probably on the page, but those were so many of these instances, just kind of lose track of this shit. Okay. Oh, he worked for The Intercept. It's like a very leftist website. It's the same website that accidentally revealed who their leaker from the NSA was. This real.
Oh, that one.
It's like, yeah, they really don't hire the smartest people.
Because of the dots, right? The printing dots.
Hmm?
The printing dots, right?
Oh yeah, the hidden it's steganography, where if you look really closely, you can see them. And I mean, people who are not even having contact with some sensitive information know it. So people who do this stuff, they should know it, obviously, but they don't. Then again, it's journalists nowadays, kind of fucking idiots, don't know anything. Let's see. Ubisoft dev allegedly involved with doxing of female Gamergate supporter. No response or apology given. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. Okay. Amazon employee Easy Galvez. Oh, yeah, that fucking retard. Posed as pro-doxing Gamergate thing. I remember that. Anti-Gamergate author Sunil Vital dropped by publisher following abuse allegations.
Wow.
This one. Okay. Oh, yeah, that we saw already. This fucking.
Ew. Whoa.
He looks like Jesus.
Jesus loves little children, all the little children in the world. Christopher Goldberg, 2014. Gamergate is NeoFAG's fail of the year. Okay, Joss Whedon, ex-wife, slams director as hypocrite preaching feminist. Oh yeah, he was such a great male feminist while cheating on his wife, but and tried to probably it's like I didn't do nothing. It's just I'm surrounded by those hot chicks. Yeah, well, it's still.
I mean, technically, like he didn't, like he violated his marriage and all that. He didn't do anything illegal, at least, or I don't.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, but it's the point is they accuse all these anti-Gamergaters accuse us of being garbage humans and terrible people. Yeah, they're the ones who are, being shit.
Yeah.
So.
The thing is, I think he was also doing it on set, so there might be that power sort of aspect about it.
Yeah, the funny part is that I know it's not illegal, but it's still if some just random person did it, it would be not just immoral. But when someone who is preaching those quote-unquote feminist ideals doing this, it's very ironic. Well, then again, it's pretty much what you'd expect. Okay.
Yep.
Stuart Campbell, 2014. Gamergate's scum are the lowest of the low. Stuart Campbell, 2017. Windsor, Scotland blogger arrested over alleged harassment. Okay. There's the article. Let's take a look at it. What does it say? Oh, it's that's a tweet. Gamergate's come are the lowest of the low. Let's see. The second archive. What does that say?
Now, who was the asshole who said, "Oh, gamers are like ISIS"?
Oh, several of them. I think did actually Joss Whedon said something similar a while back. Also, I don't remember. I have
Did he really? Let's see.
Okay. Here's all legit harassment. Okay. Pro-independence blogger behind the wings of Scotland website has been arrested for alleged online harassment. Complaint from a woman in South London. She made allegations of harassment taking place over a 2-year period. Mr. Campbell, who was released on bail, said concerning some tweets on the site Twitter account, adding they had not been deleted. He accused the media of innuendo and speculations. Oh yeah, this guy who listened, believed, or even created those rumors about Gamergate as, oh, now it's a bad thing. Yeah. Former computer games reviewer. Yeah, games fucking journalist. Yeah, Friday he tweeted that he would be posting less frequent than usual because of reasons totally how to remember to task. Because he'll be in jail. So, well, pretty funny. Well, and sad at the same time. Hey, and Signor 2016. This character in Wreck-It Ralph is. Oh yeah, that's the guy from Honest Trailers. I saw the his Gamergate's worst nightmare. So that was when I unsubscribed from that channel. And the Signal 2017. Honest Trailers creator and the Signal are accused of sexual abuse.
Hold on, the epic voice guy?
No. The voice guy is just a voice actor. He does voiceover for other things. Like on the Smosh Gaming channel, he has there's a show called Honest Game Trailers, which kind of rips off this format, but it's completely unaffiliated with Honest Trailers. So yeah. And
yeah, but no, is he the guy that at the end of the video he'll read out people's comments?
Yeah, that is just
a epic voice guy.
Yeah, he's it's not him.
Oh, okay.
It's just creator of this series.
Oh, okay.
The voice. These. So this is the same guy who. Yeah. So this is. I think is this guy. Let's see. Or. Oh yeah, it's a different one. So apparently that other guy. Oh, let's see. Zoe Quinn's Gamergate abuse memoir is coming to the big screen. Michael Halford. And let's see. Holy shit, this is really bad. These bruises came from the same guy who physically forced me to do cocaine during sex. This is the same guy who choked me at the foot of his stairs until I passed out and then repeatedly punched me. Holy shit.
Holy fuck. I mean, if this is true, Jesus fucking Christ.
This is pretty degenerate already. Okay. This is Sam Chris. Let's see. Sam Chris, Vice Games news contributor. Well, it's Vice. And frequent critic of Gamergate as misogynist, racist, subhumans, apologizes to sexual assault victim.
This one just happened.
Yeah, it's really a recent one.
This one just happened last, what, week?
I think it was this week, pretty much. So, yeah, okay.
If you go all the way to the right, he admits it.
Yeah. Let's open this. Oh, okay.
Right, do it in a separate tab or whatever.
Well, it doesn't allow to do this. It's like this fucking carousel. Or what it's called. Again,
open the copy the link to the tweet and open in a new tab. That's one way to do it.
It's not tweets. It's just are those tweets? I don't know how those memories work, but
it is tweets.
I can do it through. Oh, this is the source of image. Yeah. And it's like that. Oh yeah, here it is. Sam Chris. I had hoped it would never have to write this account, but watching a man who repeatedly dropped me, twisted my neck to forcibly kiss me, ignored my attempt to stop him, and refused to let me drink alcohol, unashamedly attack feminists online, use misogynist language.
I have returned.
Okay. So. And
today an allegation.
Yeah, but the fact that he apologized kind of says that probably. Well, if it wasn't true, he wouldn't just apologize unless he's a really fucking.
Yeah, he said it was made against me. I want to address it here. My behavior was totally unacceptable beneath both me and especially the person involved. No fucking shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even surprised. This is okay. This one is also recent. Rupert Myers, anti-Gamergate, and British GP journalist fired for sexual misconduct.
Well, why are they? They're all in fucking established publications.
I know. That's the thing.
You know what? The thing is this goes back to the whole sex scandals and stuff like that within, like in politicians and stuff like that. So if the journalists are doing it, then they're gonna cover up the fucking politicians that are doing it because they're fucking guilty.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
It would be nice. You would think it's nice to not have a public inquiry about that because they're also doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You also have to love how this is all going under the radar.
I mean, wait. I mean, because the thing is, the BBC covered. There was like a child molester or some shit that was in the BBC. I need to look it up, but
Yeah. I don't remember his name.
Yeah, there was. I think that there was. I think several scandals like that. But then again, BBC. There are rumors about BBC's corruptions.
his name is Jimmy Savali.
Yeah.
Or whatever. He's a television radio personality, or was, thank goodness. He was knighted in 1990. Oh, just fucking great.
He was even knighted.
Knighted.
Shit. Okay, so check this shit out. So this is one of those life comes at you fast. So let's see. October 17 this year. It's time to weaponize the Whisper network. And
women have
3
always
days
whispered.
later.
And yeah, which defines the general director of sexual misconduct.
Wait, is that the same guy? Is the wait who? Oh no, it's by somebody else. Okay.
Yeah, but still, it's funny.
Yeah, that would have been greatly ironic if the guy is like, "Oh yeah, we should get more harsh on sexual harasser," and then he get arrested for that.
Yep. Fucking just fucking degeneracy. Here's the thing on this Jimmy Savali guy or whatever. He says claims were widely publicized that he had committed sexual abuse. His alleged victims ranged from prepubescent girls, boys to adults.
Oh, by the way, almost forgot that. Let's try to get what's happening at NeoFAG, because, by the way, before we started streaming, I checked the site, and the site was down completely.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess that whole site's on lockdown thing wasn't exactly a lie.
Yeah, so let's take a look. I have no idea what it's about, but it's
online now. It looks like.
So let's see.
Oh, it's back.
NeoFAG from lockdown, multiple threads deleted as the woman comes forth about site owner Evilor being a sexual abuser. Statement coming soon. Okay. Oh. Let's see. We live long enough to see NeoFAG go down. Tyler, Evilor will simply step down and no longer be publicly involved. It's like whenever something like that happens, the website disowns whoever was this and try to pretend like, oh, we didn't know about this. It's yeah.
I mean, it's just like all the movies and stuff were taking down Weinstein's names as if he didn't produce them. He fucking produced them, and you guys fucking knew about it.
Yeah, we should call it. We didn't knew nothing.
Oh yeah, kind of like how
that's
you know,
the new didn't do didn't knew.
Yeah,
we didn't do nothing.
Oh yeah, kind of like how after Hulk Hogan's racist remarks got leaked, the WWE scrubbed all references to him on their website.
Yeah.
Okay, so
it's like again, I'm gonna go scream it. Orwell is returning around in his grave because he's constantly saying, "My books was not a fucking manual."
Yeah. So seems that the moderators fleeing the sinking ship. Let's see. I'm no longer affiliated with NeoFAG. Yeah, it took too long enough. Which makes this account create soulless place for users to reach me redundant later. Okay. We've got 4 NeoFAG mods reported as gone as a result of recent controversy around the site owner. Okay. 4 GAF mods stepped down today. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I saw this one. Okay, NeoFAG.
Level 3 service unavailable. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Okay. Something Awful's low-tax releases a statement on NeoFAG situation. The Something Awful forums, we had that one child molest or whatever, but still better track record than NeoFAG. Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ.
Okay. Probably no longer NeoFAG. Okay, another one. Oh.
Another one. Another one. And another one.
NeoGAF mod portal out. Holy shit. In the moments I can get to the site to load, I can confirm it appears NeoGAF mod Christine is now gone. Shit. NeoGAF is down to 1 admin. Shit. They had 5 until sexual assault allegations against Malka hit.
Against who?
Crystal philosopher. Here, let me post the picture. Hold on. Oh God, Crystal philosopher posted this.
Yes, how you posted something on the.
On Discord.
NeoGAF. Current status thisfile.gif.
I gotta save this. Is it still? Oh fuck, it's gone. Wait, let me view the history.
Give us the link.
Oh God, where is it?
So the fucking glorious. Okay, shall we take a look at the allegations themselves? Because let's see. So I remember a man who claimed to be my friend going on a road trip to New Orleans. In NOLA, we drank and had fun, and one night we had been drinking in our hotel room and I got sick. I was throwing up and decided to hop in the shower, feel better. Fuck. Why isn't this Seymour clicked? Because half of the story cut up.
So somebody changed NeoGAF to was an internet forum.
Okay.
There's the link. Was.
Was.
Oh God.
We was forums and shit.
Wasn't internet forum, it's because video games. In the criticism. In the media. Well, it doesn't.
It's probably not on the Wikipedia yet.
Was one of the largest drivers of traffic to Hillary Clinton's website during 2016.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! I want to make a Wikipedia account just so I can edit the Rick Rolling article as nothing but the lyrics to "Never Gonna Give You Up."
Yeah, that'll be something.
And maybe some mods will let you do it because it's fun.
Let you do it. They'll let you do it.
Oh shit!
Okay, so there's
yeah, you probably have better luck on a different country though, because I remember. You guys reading about the Croatian Wikipedia and how many people claimed it was just a tool for far-right activists over there?
Jesus.
Because they would spread like revisionism, like the Ustasha did nothing wrong.
So, okay, so let's see what else is here. Well, some threads about moderators quitting. Yeah. The fact that now those moderators are quitting. I mean, where were they before when the moderators were pretty much admitting to being pedophiles and doing other shitty things? It's not the first scandal by far. I mean, it's several years those scandals were coming and coming. Well, at least now they just finally decided to quit the sinking ship. Good fucking riddance. Oh, this is just great.
Hey, by the way, apparently, so the going back to the logo, NeoGAF, their logo is believe.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you say so.
Oh God.
They said you ate children at NeoGAF, so I guess I'm gonna believe.
Yeah.
By the way, well, let's talk about something less degenerate than this. Namely,
but this is how the show goes.
Like Hillary Clinton and spirit cooking.
No, let's talk about plagiarism and delicious irony. Remember?
Yes.
Plagiarism.
Well, Jay, if you don't know who she is, well, first of all, we need to thank Richard Dawkins' population for her feminists and fucking cock of dusty. Because a while back, before the SJWs overtook the atheist community, they already tried to inject the atheists. So, this atheism is just the boys' club, and we need more women's in the movement. So, and let's say,
are we talking about Jack and Glenn?
Being full of cocks, they decided to find a female face for atheism. So they wanted a recent convert, and they found Jacqueline Glenn. Sadly, that she was a pretty face, but not exactly a lot of stuff around.
Well, even before Jacqueline Glenn, didn't they have like Christina Rad?
Yeah, and she wasn't retarded back then. And,
no, most.
But I don't think they were prolific enough. The problem is that the very reason why Jacqueline Glenn became kind of famous-ish, is that she was promoted by Richard Dawkins Foundation. She was promoted by Cock of Dusty. So yeah, he should be thanked for that. And she also was a frequent guest on Drunken Peasants. So yeah, and the thing is that she was a serial plagiarist. She was doing it for years, and actually got away with it. But she got so fucking lazy. At some point, she just started lifting someone else's content word for word almost. And the dumbest thing she did was that when what's his name? Some guy made a video, and she made a video a couple of days later about the same, pretty much same exact words, word for word, copied him.
Yeah.
The problem is that she didn't think that a lot of her subscribers are also subscribed to that guy, and they would notice.
Is it true she also probably lifts stuff from the atheist experience back in the day?
Oh, she was lifting from everyone, even from Facebook comments, without crediting them.
Yeah.
She would post a question about
the female Matthew Santoro.
Yeah, pretty much. Then again, she was kind of like in those YouTuber circles, so she probably actually, I think they actually met in real life. She was buddies with, probably fuck buddies with Toby Turner, aka Tabascus.
Yeah, well,
one other thing that should be mentioned about Jacqueline Glenn is she recently got a boob job, and so she's done multiple like lingerie sort of shots and all this other stuff, and been in bikinis and stuff like that. And then she got on some like not MT.
I remember that video. Well, she claimed that she was deceptively edited in that video, and it sounded worse than that was what she was actually saying. I don't remember what that video was about, but then again, she wasn't the only one there. So maybe they actually cut up her speech and spliced with the other stuff. So
or she got a bunch of criticism and backtracked.
Oh, maybe that actually, yeah.
Anyways, in the video, she was basically saying that she felt objectified or whatever and all this other stuff, but she's literally doing it herself, essentially.
Yeah, well, she wasn't like big as SJW, but she had some slight, like, it was a pretty hard.
Killer moment.
Yeah, I'm not saying she's SJW, but she had some moments of sort of retardedness, which is the SJW movement.
Yeah, but
even
and some more retarded parts of SJW, so that's for her. But the irony comes, it was kind of 2 weeks ago or something. She learned that she was plagiarized by BuzzFeed. Yeah, I know that. And by the way, the biggest irony is that now, after that, actually, it's funny that after that plagiarism scandal, from what I've heard, she actually got her shit together and actually was doing pretty well. She got her own series on some on Demand TV or something. And she actually was doing actual original content for a change, and actually put some actual work there. And it's not nothing groundbreaking, but at least compared to lifting someone else's work, it's pretty commendable. So, congrats on that. But after she did that, karma, I know I don't actually believe in karma, but it's
You want to see some stupid
karma
shit?
caught up to her, and when she actually started doing stuff properly, now she got plagiarized by fucking BuzzFeed.
Yeah, speaking of, well, plagiarism, it's not really in the fully in the subject, but yeah, students support Trump tax when told it was from Bernie Sanders.
Oh yeah, it's funny because before that there was this on Jimmy Kimmel. There were quotes from Donald Trump. Hillary's supporters were asked what they think about those Hillary quotes. Those were not actually Hillary quotes, but those were Trump's quotes, and they supported them. Oh yeah,
they loved it.
I mean, I think the thing is I don't put a lot of credence in this thing because there was also one where it was like someone did Hitler and Donald Trump, and so it's just like people are retarded and they're just they well, not just retarded, but they it just sounds like not everything Hitler said was kill the Jews. Sometimes Hitler said let's make our nation wbetter and whatever
Smoking is bad.
Yeah, but
like smoking was bad.
Is that
smoking was bad? Exactly.
To be informed. So if they think that they're informed, but they don't know if some like big talking points of politicians, and they even don't know which politician said that.
Well, yeah, I remember back he quoted Mussolini with that quote. It's like, it's better to live as a lion for one day than as a sheep for 100 years or something like that. And people are like, oh my God, don't you know Mussolini said that? And then Trump's like, well, it doesn't matter who said it. It's still true. And it's like, well, yeah, it is. Just because an awful person says something, it's the broken clock thing,
Yeah.
Just because an awful person might say something that's true doesn't negate what they said.
It's like I'm sure Hitler believed that the world was round. Like like that's the analogy I keep going to. Is like Hitler believed that the world was round. Are you now gonna say it's flat?
Contrarians, yeah, probably.
Maybe even Mussolini wasn't the first one who said something similar, because that's not exactly very original or groundbreaking. It's
he probably plagiarized it from someone.
Plagiarized. I mean, a lot of ideas are like in popular culture. So even if he came up with it himself, probably someone in the past had similar thoughts. It's not something that original. Besides, speaking of Mussolini, he said some of his quotes were really good because, first of all, he was a writer, an accomplished writer at that, an intellectual, and he was very well read. So yeah, a lot of his quotes are.
He was also a journalist once.
Yeah, he was chief editor of a magazine. Yeah.
Yeah, didn't he write for the? Yeah, he wrote for the newspaper for the Socialist Party when he was a member of that.
And he also was a MI6 shell during World War One after he was Mussolini. You didn't know that?
Oh, no.
Oh wow! What the hell?
It was a surprise for me as well. When it's funny, people said that my videos about David Schratt were waste of time, but while I was researching for the video, I actually learned a lot about Mussolini, so it wasn't a total waste of time. And yeah, there's a reason why I researched Mussolini.
Well, you tried to learn about Spino, so yes, it was a total. Just that it was a total makes it a total waste of time.
What is he up to these days, anyway?
Berging out. Have any of you watched Kung Pao?
No.
I've heard about it. I haven't actually.
Oh, the aliens are Jewish or something like that?
No.
No. It's
no, aliens are Jewish. It's spirit side.
It's a parody of Chinese movies.
Jewish in a pyramid.
Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Yeah. So yeah, if you know about what's his name, Wimplo, the guy who's super bad.
Yeah.
I'm planning to do a parody of it. And Wimplo would be Spino, and then somebody
he would just say, therefore I am the winner.
I spent making me the victor.
Okay, so this is the part about Mussolini being a MI6 shell. A moment. By the time he returned from service in the Allied forces of World War One, very little remained of Mussolini's. Mussolini got his start politics with the help of 100 pounds weekly wage, equivalent of 6,000 pounds as of 2009. So still 6,000 pounds a week. It's pretty decent from the British Security Service. MI5. Okay. To keep anti-war protesters at home and to publish pro-war propaganda. This help was authorized by his. Yeah, he was. Well, I think it's qualified as treason.
Probably. If you're working for a foreign hostile foreign intelligence agency, then probably.
Yeah.
Italy was an ally of Britain in World War One.
Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah, they were. It's only World War II that they.
Yeah, it's morally it's really iffy, but it's.
I mean, then again, they didn't know at the time that he was gonna become a fucking fascist dictator.
Yeah, they didn't know that he'll use this money not on crack and hookers, but to kickstart his political career. Who would have known?
It is kind of ironic, I guess, or what, like.
Yeah, it's
I
really
don't know.
funny. Well, again, history is really full of really painful irony. But speaking of, since you mentioned Spino, okay, David Shirat, he puts the rat in Shirat. Well, remember a while back, like a month ago, I made this, a shit post because one of his tweets was like, "You sound very Jewish," and
yeah, your tweets are very Jewish. I know, we know he was making a joke, which like with someone with your hairstyle, it's like Jewish people like that, you seem like an emo Hitler.
So I made a shit post, and it took him a month to find it or something, and then he so this was the shit post. Obviously, attacked me. No, I didn't.
It sounds like it's not an SJW. It's like, what?
For mocking anti-white racists and called me a Nazi for it. I didn't call. First of all, this guy calls everyone a Nazi and a fascist. And now
we didn't call him a Nazi. We called him Hitler.
I didn't even call him a Nazi. I just showed that he has a very similar hairstyle to Hitler. And
it's like a messy Hitler.
It's just a screenshot of his tweet and his portrait next to a portrait of Hitler.
And the one thing we should also point out, Hitler, at least, even if it was really faggoty, he was able to have some sort of mustache.
By his own logic, he's now an SJW. What my logic? Where did I say that comparing anyone to Hitler makes me an SJW? No, I didn't.
If you go down,
you made a joke.
I think the reason why he called you an SJW is because he only thinks in binary. Like there are only SJWs and there are Nazis and there's no in between. That's
it does seem.
Well, and SJWs, National Social Justice Warriors.
So that's why I always go on with the mantra of Spino is only indicative. It is you're either with us or you're with the alt-right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, Spino looks like Hitler who can't afford a haircut because he hasn't been selling enough art, just like
fucking mustache.
Because they all want modern art.
But by the way,
we shouldn't put him in jail.
Any art studios, if you receive Spino's art, accept it. Just accept it.
Accept it. Accept him in any art school, please. We don't.
If Hitler hadn't been rejected because of all this modern art trend or whatever, he would have been an artist and wouldn't have had so much trouble.
Actually, made.
He could have been original with his Nazi flag.
The funniest part is that he actually. It's like you don't even need to try very hard to catch him being a hypocrite or contradicting himself, because it's like it's so easy because he so inconsistent. Oh, we should talk about drama between Laura Loomer and Lauren Southern.
Burgosaurus skin.
So the problem is that we don't have all the details. There's some shit going on, but.
Oh yeah, Laura Loomer and Lauren Southern. I don't know what's happening.
With Joseph Goebbels.
You're all gerbils!
Anyway, I'm going to have an installation art piece, and when winter comes, I'm going to I'm gonna make snow swastikas in front of the United Nations building or something.
That would be a hate crime and a threat.
God, you're what is it? Spreading violence through imagery and words.
You're in trouble now.
Which is funny. The in the town next to me, the friggin' Jewish community center is like up for sale. It's like, hey, why don't we buy that and make it like some type of alt-right Hitler-themed pub?
Right.
So this is the but this is hashtag Charade Patrol.
Yeah.
So oh yeah, he's talking about Sargoy.
Wants to make fun of whoever he likes, but can't take a joke himself.
It's about the ego of a man who wants to make fun of whoever he likes, but can't take a joke himself. And
I would say it's the. Is it on yours or on his thread that I put the Jacksepticeye just with an iron? Ah, no, it's on this thread. It's like irony. Your face is now in the dictionary, man. It's a definition of irony.
Oh yeah, it's they had some. Well, I kind of stopped following him because it's sad when you see someone.
I still follow him just because I hate myself and I want to. I want to hurt myself.
Well, he's a friggin' lol cow, so it's like, how can you not?
Just milk the fuck out
Yes,
of him.
no, lol cow, but the cow is stepping on my fucking foot.
You know, guys, we shouldn't make fun of him. It's not good to make fun of retards. Come on now.
Yeah, because they're very strong.
So, Melissa Morg finally blocked me, probably.
Yeah, and Arnaud, don't feel bad about hating yourself. We don't like you either.
She deleted the tweet. Okay, she deleted her stupid tweets.
It's like, maybe it's because I hate myself. It's like, don't worry, we all do.
It's like, it would probably be fun to follow Steve Shives if he didn't, pre-block you.
I would.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me see if I'm pre-blocked from Steve Shives.
If I wanted to do
You are.
I would.
You undoubtedly are.
Yeah.
If you have a
actually, I don't know who. Let's see.
Something that I would do, I would just make a spy account. No subscribing to anyone. It's just okay. I can watch what the people who have blocked me do. Not.
The thing is you actually might. Oh wait, what? Did he get suspended?
Shives.
What?
Wait, is
who?
Steve Shives? Because I just clicked on a thing and it says suspended. Wait, hold on.
It's probably a paired account. There were paired accounts of him who were suspended.
Wait. Oh wait. What's his thing then?
Is it at Steve Shives?
Well, I don't know. Why don't you go to his YouTube page? Maybe he has a link to it there.
Yeah. It's stupid because I always
underscore Shives.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
Okay.
I'm not blocked. But then again, most of what I follow is porn Twitter anyway.
Fair enough. I'm pretty sure he's blocked all of Sargon's former
weird,
followers.
I always want to read his name as Shivaz, just because it feels better than Shives.
Oh wow! Somebody, Skelline, responded to Steve Shives and Christiosity. I guess that's Christy Winters. I guess. Does being kind to maggots count?
No, Christiosity is not Christy Winters.
No, Christiosity was that bitch from the stream with Ross. Remember? The guy who tried to drink the friggin' Febreze.
Oh God!
Christ.
Even if you are mentally ill, if you try to if you do something retarded, I will have no fucking mercy for you.
Of course not.
Yeah, there's Steve Shives and
It doesn't
Steve
matter.
Shives' daddy.
Yeah, it's Steve Shives _ yeah. I posted the @ in the chat.
Okay, so almost found it.
Steve, he on the 19th he tweeted, "Does Mindhunter get like 1,000 times better after the first episode? Because that was one of the most tedious hours of TV I've ever sat through."
Well,
Steve, if you ever see this, your videos are some of the most tedious 15 minutes I spend on YouTube at a given moment.
What was he talking about?
What show?
I guess some show called Mindhunter. He says, "Does Mindhunter get like 1,000 times better after the first episode? Because that was one of the most tedious hours of TV I've ever sat through." Steve Shive, your videos are so tedious that the videos making fun of your videos become.
What about David?
Check out it's, Ted Cruz.
Oh yeah, Ted Cruz. Okay, now it's like now he's embracing the shitpost.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Isn't it true, like, Ted Cruz once tweeted something like, I may look like the Zodiac Killer, but at least I'm not a brony.
Ooh.
Well, that's like, yeah, that's an accurate statement. At least it's like, yeah, he doesn't have it that bad.
Well, and he also like his well, at least his account liked porn.
Yeah, it's it was by the way, he blamed the intern, but the fact that the chicken, the wife from the video who had cocked looked really like his actual wife. So it's,
yeah,
that's probably someone in his bureau. It's like just.
Where's the link to that Zodiac thing? Did he actually? I'm not seeing it.
I heard that. I was about to say, is it? That's why I asked. Is it true he actually said that? Because I don't know that.
Oh my God! Do you know what Steve? I know. Okay, no. Imperial.
Of course, we don't know what Steve Shives said. He blocked us.
Well, I don't even have Twitter, so
well,
he
Imperial
can't
Drone
block me.
was responding. Yeah, Imperial Drone was responding to him. He says, "I don't know. This might not fall in line with my personal beliefs. I better try to get this deplatformed." #MythCon.
Oh, speaking of MythCon, and this shit, Aaron Ra went full potato recently. Oh, Aaron Ra claims MythCon killed
Aaron Rat.
Aaron Ra. I mean, I know he was a bit derpy, but this is fucking retarded.
What did he say? Because I mean, Aaron Ra, must have been years ago. He was like, feminism by definition is, equality for men and women by definition. But he was very.
It was really bad.
Yeah, Steve Shives proposes a moratorium on paying attention to pedantic intellectuals who soft sell the threat of white supremacist fascists.
Wait, are we?
Yeah, Dracofol. Are we saying full potato out of sensitivity and not saying full retard? Well, just full potato. Well, it's a bit for sensibility, but it's also just like, we're used to say potato because it sounds also more funny than retard.
It's deference to Kevin Logan.
Yeah, you went full Kevin Logan. Yeah, speaking of Kevin Logan, your video about it was nice.
Yeah, it was.
I liked it. It was really good. Oh, so let's see.
Yeah, I found the picture of the tweet.
Yeah, there's the fucking Jesus Christ.
Show it to the class, please.
Oh God.
This video Godless Engineer made about Aaron Ra. Also, Aaron Ra made a post on Facebook, and so let me share. And Godless Engineer is a bit of a cock himself, but at least he's not as retarded as Aaron Ra. Then again, Aaron Ra is friends with Steve Shives, so Steve Shives isn't friends with smart people. So let's see the tweet itself. Not tweet, post. Aaron Ra. Your sponsors and some of your speakers have already revealed that they don't want people like me or Matt Delacante to speak at any more atheist conferences. Well, that's because you're fucking retards. Once listen to fucking retards. That's why neither Matt nor Seth Andrews were invited to speak at the Second Reason Rally, even though they hadn't spoken for the first one either. Well, Reason Rally was a bunch of fucking SJW cocks. Why wasn't weren't they those
Okay,
invited?
I'm so glad I'm not
Well, the
screen
country-
sharing right
the
now
literal
because
country.
first thing on my Twitter feed would have gotten wow.
Oh, wonderful.
Wait, neither Matt nor Seth Andrews were invited to speak at the second rally, even though they hadn't spoken at the first one either. Why bother?
So why would they be expecting to?
Yeah.
Oh no! You know what this is? Because the reason rally has become a SJW shithole. You know what he's basically saying here is we sold out to the SJWs. Why aren't you guys giving us the recognition that we want?
Yeah.
That's basically what he's saying.
Oh, the atheist experience went to shit. It was actually pretty good. Well, kind of good. Maybe they weren't that great. And
I never
now
watched
they're
them back in 2000 when they were the thing.
And the thinking atheist used to be really good, but now he's a fucking SJW cuck. Neither of them were invited, but Sean Head was. Well, I wouldn't invite
So
her.
what? The reason
She's better
rally?
than those cucks. Even though she had reported never made a single video on the topic of religion or atheism. Well, she was invited to talk about
social issues.
Yeah.
Didn't she make a video on Islam though?
She did. I mean,
so that counts.
Why is he a Reason Rally and now MythCon? MythCon and Reason Rally are different, completely different, unaffiliated with each other. What the fuck? Oh,
The fuck is he talking about?
I'm scheduled for one.
Unless she was invited to the Reason rally.
Which I don't think she would be.
Probably not.
Reason Rally was Steve Sharp was at Reason Rally, by the way.
Yeah.
And he picked his nose.
Did he?
I'm scheduled for one last atheist conference, the Global Atheist Convention in Melbourne, Australia. Sadly, even that will suffer because of the damage caused by Yucca. MythCon caused damage to atheism somehow. I don't
In Australia.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking
The
about
fuck?
globally the prestige. I was about to say, look, I don't even think the original atheist, clique on YouTube hasn't existed. The original atheist community on YouTube really stopped existing back in 2012 with the advent of Atheism Plus.
Oh
Yes. It hasn't been. Yeah, the schism split because of Atheism Plus, and I remember the whole. What's her stupid name? The one with the coffee in the elevator.
Oh, Rebecca
Watson.
Rebecca
Yeah,
Watson.
yeah. Like her definition of harassment was asking somebody for coffee in an elevator. Like, fuck off.
At 3 a.m., but still, yeah.
So whatever.
The was full of shit. First of all, there was one guy who just recorded himself doing this elevator ride. There is no way that supposed harasser had time to say whatever he said about it. Okay, I know that this phrase was really mangled, but you get the idea. So the story,
That's why I don't ever. Yeah, that's why YouTube doesn't really have an atheist community anymore. Like, not even after 2012. It doesn't have one. So when
The other thing is also the creationists are relatively quiet. I mean, like, there's not any popular creationist stuff, and as far as I can tell.
They do have quieted down.
So when people talk about like the contemporary atheist community on YouTube, I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, it's full of
atheism.
Retard.
If atheism revives on YouTube, they should have a no collecting your piss in jugs rule.
I would see the atheism community being relevant again, or a new one popping up, even by members of the old or the original one. If we had like some type of Christian right president, which Donald Trump is not, if we're going to be that fair.
I mean, the thing is technically, if anything, the atheist community is rallying against, it's Islam. Islam is the big fucking problem right now.
Well, it is, but that's why it's split, because half of them are politically correct about it, and the others are telling the truth. And even Bill Maher tells the truth about Islam.
That's right.
Yeah.
The atheists are paralyzed. The
Not about
feminists are
vaccines.
paralyzed. It's paralysis.
So yeah, but speaking of Atheism Plus, there is this worrying trend. I call it Skepticism Plus. Let's talk about that.
Apparently
that's what David. That's what Spino's a part of, and that's arguably what.
Yeah, apparently, what's his name? Creationist Cat and / Vadim.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy. Apparently, it's
he's
him
a
that first conned the a Skepticism Plus thing. It's sad that he didn't make it a catch. So it's like,
so
I
now-
mean, the thing
so
is,
he gets mad
skepticism
when-
plus is basically just atheism plus. It's
yeah,
the
it's a
same.
comparison to Atheism Plus. It's like,
Because the thing is, atheism.
It's unoriginal. But I'm talking about different Skepticism Plus, and I'll be right back.
I usually use Skepticism Plus to refer to people like Vadim and David Charette. You know, it's the new resurgence of so-called anti-SJW YouTubers.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, because it's a stupid word. Like, it's a stupid phrase because essentially atheists used to call themselves skeptics as well. So it's very.
Well, yeah,
I don't like the term being used anyways, but whatever the fuck.
Well, yeah, even most people who apply, you know, like the term, you know, skeptic community. I mean, most of them mostly the people like Sargon, even though they don't really accept that term as being accurate. It's more like it was more of a colloquial ad hoc thing, you know.
Yeah.
To be more encompassing for the in general anti-SJW movement, because, you know, not everyone's an atheist in it, or at least I don't think so.
Well,
again,
I mean, again, it's really weird because the anti-SJW is probably a better term, just because again, like back in the day, atheists used to call themselves skeptics on top of that, which means you're skeptical of religion as well. So it kind of excludes religious anti-SJW people.
Well, yeah,
I don't know.
because that's referring to it as a skeptic community is a bit inaccurate. I mean, it's not really has much to do with it's mostly skeptical about, you know, like claims by SJWs. I mean, but there's obviously more to skepticism than that. You know, people pointing out, it's like, well, if they're like the only two people who really truly lived up to the term skeptic would probably be Logic and Armored Skeptic.
Well, Armored Skeptic had the candid
thing, yeah. I said up to a point, yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
At one time he was, but yeah, I don't really watch Armored Skeptic anymore, even though I'm still subscribed to him.
Same. I mean, the thing with Armored Skeptic, the problem, I don't know, it just, some of the videos just, I don't know, there's something missing.
They don't have the same appeal. I mean, you know, he was great back in 2014 and 15, but then like after 2016, he only puts out like maybe 1 or 2 good videos a year.
Yeah.
At least he puts more production value in it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, he has good production stuff and whatever, but I don't know. Yeah, it's just. Also, I think Shoeonhead's videos have been kind of lackluster as well. Like, I don't know.
she's been stale since about the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to check back in on at some point, but
she shoehorns a lot of things in it.
No, the last good video I think she did
was making a pun.
Yeah, the last good video I think she did was, you know, the whole like vagina tax thing. I thought that was a pretty good video, but that was well over a year ago.
The pink tax thing?
Yeah, the pink tax.
Oh, okay.
Vagina taxing. So what is it like for slots? Is it like there's a toll attendant when you're going in?
Well, no, the whole video is about them making. That people make this sensationalist claim like, oh, look at all these similar women's products that they have to pay more for as opposed to men's products. It's like, no, that's because they're made out of different stuff. That's why.
Yeah. Usually having extra materials and whatnot.
Anyways, what I meant by Skepticism Plus, it's different. Second Skepticism Plus.
All right. What do you consider Skepticism Plus in your lexicanon?
So the thing is that there's this channel, like there's a Skeptic magazine, Michael Shermer's magazine basically, and they have a YouTube channel. And recently they came up with this brilliant idea of card-carrying skeptics, if you can believe that.
Oh, you have to prove your credentials to be a skeptic?
Well, they give this card to literally anyone, because one of those, I think the first one to promote this was Rachel Bloom, aka my sex junkie. So,
having to identify yourself as a Jew, skeptic.
Why the no? But this sounds like I mean, why the when I hear card carrying, the first thing that comes to mind is card carrying communist.
Yeah, like party
Or
member.
card carrying member of the ACLU.
Shall we take a video? It's even though it's Rachel Bloom, it's not nearly as bad as I expected it to be, but it still has some like stupid moments. Let's take a look. It's a short one. Well, she's actually for most part I can actually agree with what she said, but some of the stuff is stupid. And again, what do you expect from her? So it's like it's funny. The magazine used to be pretty good usually, but now with this shit. Look, why would they pick her as like the first or one of the first to promote this?
Popular Mechanics and Committee for Skeptical Inquiry were actually still pretty good.
Yeah, Popular Mechanics was good, and Science, but I get them confused sometimes. But both of those were pretty decent.
I'd really like to stay longer, guys, but my phone's about to die, so I might as well go.
Well, thanks for joining us, and see you next time.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go too. I got to go to my friend's apartment to watch tonight.
Bye.
Bye.
Next time.
See you next week.
Quote unquote friend.
Yeah, you guys are my only real friends. Alrighty then. See you next week.
Bye. Later.
Okay, so we somehow still have viewers, so let's continue. So basically, it's like 25 years of the magazine, so they decided to promote skepticism by... I don't think that card-carrying skeptic is something... First of all, who is the authority that will issue those cards? It's like,
It's like, the thing is, it's like, well, it'd be like, if the NAACP started handing out, here's your black card or whatever, like some shit.
Not that analogous because, well, skin color is not something you choose, but
you should.
Well, I mean, according to Rachel Gallows, that could be changed.
You should simply compare it to Nazi Germany handing Jew cards.
More like
that's how I see it.
Yeah. Oh, but check out this. I
know it wasn't cards. You had to wear the fucking armband.
Wait. Just check this out. Extraordinary claims, revolutionary ideas, and the promotion of science. Well, isn't this the first law of skepticism that extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence?
Mm-hmm.
So saying they have extraordinary... Usually, when someone says extraordinary claims, it's not a good thing. Because...
Yeah. It's not necessarily a good thing or a bad thing. It's just extraordinary.
You should be very skeptical of revolutionary ideas and extraordinary claims. Because more often than not, those turn out to be full of shit. Sometimes revolutionary ideas are actually true or decent or useful, but usually if something is so revolutionary that nobody else came up with this idea before, maybe there's a reason why nobody came up with this idea before, because maybe it's bullshit, like the Tumblr genders. Okay, and promotion of science is great, but okay, let's watch.
Hi, I'm Rachel Bloom.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with anything, but I like it says sports, not a team, not some kind of sport, just sports in general.
That's Rachel Bloom, section 000.
Yeah, that's her.
No, the funny thing is Philip DeFranco sells a shirt that says sports specifically because he says it means like, I don't know anything about this, but yay, go this team.
Go the team.
Yeah.
It's like, it reminds me, there was this animation about Skyrim a while back, and the guy, he had a t-shirt that said pop culture reference. It's like a meta joke.
Yeah.
I kind of like this, sports.
Thing. Sports.
Sports
shirt. It's a good one.
Pointless. Might as well not say anything because it's when you wear like a shirt that says your favorite team name, that kind of statement. I root for that team, or if it says the name of a sport, well, I like that kind of sport. But just sports, I don't know.
Yeah, well, just like it's a generic sports shirt.
Yeah, it's kind of like. Yeah,
Like, you can wear it to football, to basketball, and you don't even have to change it.
Yeah,
it makes sense because some of the T-shirts, especially made in countries where English is not the primary language, sometimes it just doesn't make any sense. It's something that either in Japan, China, because those languages are very different from English. When they
China,
it's something. Sometimes it either is a mishmash of words, or sometimes you think you know what it means, but they meant something completely different.
Yeah.
In Britain, they only say sports singular.
Yeah.
I laugh at sports. I call it sports ball and swingy stick and whatever.
And it's like, well, there are two teams. They try to
about you, but over here we just call it a hockey stick. We just call that a hockey.
Well, I think it's in reference to baseball. I just call it swingy stick. But here's the thing. Let me see now. Oh, I lost my point. It's getting late. Damn.
Use a sharpener.
Doing too many things at once. Yeah, sports. Oh yeah, I don't know. You just I have absolutely no knowledge, so I usually say, if I'm at a bar, I say, go local sports team. I don't know who's playing.
Fair enough. Yeah, I don't really follow sports too much either. But what?
The world's greatest planet on Earth.
What? Wait, what the fuck?
Wait, is Earth is flat, just like her chest.
Yep. maybe that's what you should need. We need boobs, and then it would be round.
Is it me, or does it look like Indonesia is smeared?
Is it?
It looks kind of smeared. I don't know.
That's the quality of the photo. It's probably shadow or something. I don't know. No,
yeah, it kind of does. I don't know. Yeah.
It's an old picture. I saw it. Lasagna Del Rey. Okay. They actually making copies of those weird bootleg T-shirts now and selling them.
Yeah, you use the Force, Harry, Gandalf, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Mixing them all up.
Don't quit. Don't believing in yourself. Quit. Yeah, this is the right message.
Yeah, yes. America is the best country in the nation.
Oh, dearie.
Get a brain, morons.
My morons.
Yeah. This reminds me of. Oh, yeah, it's what it reminds me of. There was this car. I actually almost translated what it says. I think the file was called "Just Crazy Car." Yeah. So it's. It took me a long while to understand this square sign.
Blasphemous against
Jesus,
God
in us all. Okay, that makes sense. Faith God isn't us, kills us.
What?
Blasphemers against God, God's whole I spirit want Jesus to not be the God. I am in us all.
So this one. Okay, can blasphemers against God's whole I spirit want Jesus to not be the God. I am in us all. Can you guess what it means?
To be honest, it sounds like one of those cult leaders who is he's gonna be in all of us.
Well, the guy's Jamaican. He says blasphemers against God's holy spirit. I want Jesus.
Yeah.
To not
Holy.
He's just black. He's speaking in Bonics.
I
think that whole I was supposed to be holy. So it says blasphemers against God's Holy Spirit want Jesus to not be the God.
Oh, that
makes sense. It took me a long to but I think
but all that shit about grammar, the only thing I can think of is the song from Weird Al Yankovic, "Word Crime."
Oh yeah,
that one is pretty good.
Oh God.
But yeah, I am in us all.
You can.
But faith God isn't us, kills us. I have no idea.
Faith God isn't us, kills us. Maybe someone mixed up his message just to troll.
Oh, it's like the
Yeah, but why would you want that on your
together.
car?
Remember that one?
Oh
no. Working together of women the power.
The fuck. But look, I'm gonna grab some food. I'll be back in a bit.
Yeah.
I need to
Okay.
really need to grab food.
Yeah, there's also the what's the name? Not the shirt, but just the drawing of it's like, oh yeah, Rick wearing it. It's like, oh, I'm here to bench Nazis and do science stuff, but they're cutting funding on science. Motherfucker, you're motherfucking Rick. You made a spaceship out of shit you found in a garage.
Well,
you don't need funding. You need a scrapyard.
Yeah. Well, let's check out what the rest of the video. Well,
You're not Pickle Rick. You're motherfucking Rick.
well, Shedman made Rule 34 of Pickle Rick and Cucumber from VeggieTales.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's not with the porn versions. Like, I'm Dildo Rick.
As if
just shove it in there. He's gonna shut up. Yeah.
Me.
All right. Okay, we can continue.
Okay. I know you don't want to listen to her, but we need to do it. For skepticism.
And I am a card-carrying skeptic. So I think that women are kind of preyed upon is the wrong word because it makes it sound sinister, but kind of pseudoscience-y things are marketed to women at a very, very young age. Astrology, horoscopes is in every kind of...
It doesn't happen to only to women.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? There are two interpretations. You know, it's maybe women believe in this crap more than men because they are by the patriarchy from young age, or maybe they are marketed this shit from young age because they are more susceptible to this. It's like market satisfies the demand.
Yeah, it's target demographic.
Yeah. Also, I don't know. I've seen plenty of horoscopes in gender non-specific publications, and also in like men. Well, I don't read men's magazines or women's magazines. I don't buy dead trees anyways, unless it's toilet paper.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but I'm sure that pseudoscience and other shit is plentiful everywhere. And I've seen horoscopes in newspapers that are not marketed towards any particular demographic, just random. So yeah, this whole conspiratorial bullshit. Why would someone try to brainwash women into astrology from young age? Is there a reason for that, or just it's one of those stupid conspiracy theories when there's a lot of effort to accomplish precisely nothing? Yeah.
Teen magazine, women's magazine. And so from a very young age, I was very love struck. My first crush was when I was like 8 years old. I was very involuntarily attracted to men.
She was involuntarily attracted to men, as opposed to...
So when was she, what's the name? What would we call that?
Nobody can be attracted to anyone.
Okay. Heterosexuality, maybe?
You have very little control over what or who you're attracted to, so it's redundant to say involuntarily attracted. You cannot just choose to be attracted to someone, and I don't know.
From a very young age. And so I would horoscopes all the time to see if I would get together with my crush. And they literally, that's how they say, like, read this horoscope to see if your crush likes you.
Well, when I was young, I believed in Nostradamus' prophecies and other shit. And I believed that aliens visited the Earth.
Yeah, it's like, you can't admit that you were a dumb kid.
Everyone had some stupid beliefs when they're young. Some retained stupid beliefs in childhood, but it's normal. People believe in stupid shit before their skeptical faculties are fully developed. So yeah, I used to believe in all sorts of stupid conspiratorial shit also. Now I'm very selective what conspiracy theories to believe in.
And it got to the point in high school where, and kind of my infatuations were also a way for me to distract myself from the fact that I was depressed, which is kind of what my show's about. But I
what?
Distract myself from the fact that I was depressed, which is kind of what my show's about. But it got to the point where every day I was reading horoscopes, and there was this thing online called biorhythms, where you'd put in your birthday and it would tell you what your rhythms of that day were, and if they coincided with the biorhythms of your crush. Again, it's always like, see if it's like blah, 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 with your crush. And it got to the point where the guy that I was desperately in love with in high school was a Sagittarius and I'm an Aries, and it was like, they're perfect together. And I was like, this is fate. Oh my God. Sagittarius and Aries were meant to be together. And it just reinforced kind of all of the unhealthy reasons I liked this guy. Because the fact is, if you're relying on biorhythms and horoscopes to see if your crush likes you, your crush isn't worth it.
So at first she said that she already had a crush and then learned that according to horoscopes, they would be perfect together. So it reinforced this, not created this attraction. So she's contradicting herself. Because if you just saw that, oh, you will be perfect with this horoscope sign and just pick a random person who is that sign, yeah, that would be a really stupid reason to date someone. But then again, nobody does that. So what's even her point? She said that it reinforced the infatuation. So already she had some attraction to that person. So horoscopes didn't do much. It just reinforced something that already was there.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, I mean, yeah, it can reinforce something you can not really sure if you should pursue it or not. But then again, maybe some people, yeah, they see horoscope and says they will be perfect together. They decided to try that, and they actually will have a healthy, happy relationship. Even though good relationship can be started for bullshit reasons, and they still be good. It's kind of goes both ways. But if you rely purely on horoscopes, well, you don't deserve happiness. I don't know. I'm a horrible person. Yeah, sue me.
It's a whole. That's the Michigas of it. I can't even. So
I can't even. I literally can't even. I can only odd.
It was very. I felt like kind of pseudoscience things fed into the more unhealthy parts of myself. And at the same time, when I was a kid, I was.
So being attracted to a guy is unhealthy part of herself. Okay. It's like a Wicktow, women going their own way. She's a strong, independent fish that doesn't need no bicycle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh yeah. The Wolfenstein video game design conundrum reminds everyone how bad the Nazis were. Make all their shit look cool as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Well, SS uniforms were really good, but they were developed by Hugo Boss, so okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, Hugo for the boss.
Hey, why don't you make a mod called Castle Weinstein?
Oh, this is
oh my God! So what? You're a woman, and you're all going after celebrities or just Weinsteins?
No,
Weinstein.
It's like Wolfenstein, but with zombies. Return to Castle Frankenstein. Okay, let's see.
What are the joke you could do?
Paranormal. I contemplated becoming a Wiccan. All of the makings of a future skeptic, because we all know that scientists and skeptics start out as kids wanting this stuff desperately to be true. And so then I got into.
I don't see the connection.
She was looking to be a Wiccan. No, you're a contrarian. You wanted to rebel.
I mean, I don't see the connection. Yeah, well, kids want things to be true, and then they become scared. Well, I don't see that. Some kids, well, they want things to be true. They grow up, and don't grow out of it. Some grow out of it, some don't. So it's pretty much every child goes for this. So it's not, well, yeah, technically it is beginning of a skeptic because everyone goes for this, but a lot of them don't become skeptics after that. So I don't know. I know I'm kind of nitpicking. Let's continue.
College, and I went to art school in New York, and I had a couple of run-ins with psychics that made me go, And the first two were that 2 different times I got stopped on the street by psychics being like, you have a great future. I need to tell you what's going to happen. And I remember this one psychic stopping me, and I was like, I gotta go. And she goes, oh, you'll be back. And I never came back. And so.
Yeah, that's not very clairvoyant.
By using my free will to never come back, I negated her psychic abilities, obviously. And the second woman came up.
Well, she says that she has free will. You don't know that you have free will. Well, if you, in a deterministic universe, it's possible for an entity to have a delusion of free will and yet be completely deterministic. And yeah, I'm too droppy for philosophizing about that. But having this illusion of free will is not the same as having free will. And is libertarian free will even possible? And it depends on. The problem is that on micro scale, the universe is deterministic, but cognition happens on pretty much on the border of quantum scale, and quantum world is, well, it's not deterministic. It's fucked up.
Yeah, and how does it work for multiple personalities? Yeah, how?
Well, the dissociative personality disorder, some psychiatrists even doubt that this is actual conditions. So this is pretty dubious. But, well, speaking of multiple personalities, the only real confirmed similar thing is when surgeons have to surgically cut the corpus callosum that unites the two brain hemispheres together, and each one becomes its own, pretty much its own person. And in some cases, there were like one hemisphere was an atheist, another believed in God, and yet those are, well, before they were split, were parts of one brain. Weird.
Leftist take.
That'd be a great series called The Game of Domes.
Yeah, brains are weird because each half of the brain is kind of almost like its own separate brain. It can function independent of another, and each one controls half of the body. So when your corpus callosum is split, so one part of your brain doesn't know what the other part of the brain is trying to do. So it gets weird. Let's not get there.
To me was like, I have to tell you things about your future. And I think I was targeted because I literally was walking around with headphones in being like this. I looked like the ingenue in the opening of a musical, I'm sure. And this woman was like, I have to tell you some things. I was like, okay. She's like, do you have your credit card on you? I take credit card.
Well, when I need to tell you something, and then do you have a credit card? That's when I would say I'm not interested in whatever you want to tell me, because that's already sounds like a scam. Well, those psychics weren't even that great, because that's not how sales pitch worked. Does anyone actually fall for this shit? Because this is really shady. Even idiots like Steve Shives would probably see it for what it is.
Go to an ATM and get some cash.
Also, if it's a psychic, shouldn't need to ask, do you have a credit card with you? You would know that, right? Or I don't know how psychics supposed to work. I know they don't work.
And I was like, can you tell me one thing? And she goes, let's go to an ATM first, and I'll tell you. And I was like, I gotta go back to my dorm. But the third thing that really raised my cackles, if that's the right way to say it, was I went to a psychic with my friend who was getting over a breakup. And he was a dude getting over another dude. And we went to a psychic, and first the psychic told me some things about the guy that I was currently infatuated with. And by this time I'd been kind of over the whole astrology biorhythm thing, but I was susceptible. And the thing is, my friend told her everything. It's like, she's in this really, really fucked up relationship with this guy. And she's like, I see that you're in a fucked up relationship with this guy. Really, she just read the room and told me the things that were true. And I was like, when will I get together with him? She's like, I would give it some time, which was actually the psychic's way of trying to give me good advice. I was like, no, tell me the month. Tell me. But anyway, my friend, so I had this very bad experience. And then my friend was getting read by her. And she's like, well, for an extra $80, I can get out my healing crystal ball and I can take away the negative feelings. And he's like, Rach, I need to borrow $80. And so I had $80 on me, and
Yeah, I think that buying drugs is a better way to spend money than spending on psychics. At least you get something that actually works. Unless your dealer is really, really bad and sells you sugar or baking soda.
You remember the early story about Scientology, where L. Ron Hubbard wanted to clear people of negative engrams, and such a person would be have total recall and total awareness and so on. So he presented this woman whom he said he had totally cleared, and one guy asked a question. He had a microphone or something. He turned around and said, "What color is my tie?" And she couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was that. That should have been that for Scientology. But this was in the late 50s. They went on.
Yeah, people really believe in all sorts of shit, and even after being exposed. I mean, remember when Peter Popoff got exposed for being a charlatan, and he has a corporation, not as massive as he used to be, but still, he's
well, they wouldn't read the dirty Penthouse magazine or Hustler or whatever. Who was it that exposed him? Was it Penthouse or Hustler?
Wasn't it James Randi who exposed him?
No, Popoff with the healing and everything. That was. Let me see. It was an effort of.
I think James Randi exposed him.
Yeah. I don't think it was. Let me see.
Yeah, that's. Oh. Yeah. Anyway.
Sorry. It was a James Randi investigation, and electronic transmission. So that was hidden microphones and things.
Yeah. So the thing is how he worked. People who were went to his seance, they had to go through a receptionist, and they actually told a lot of stuff about themselves to the receptionist, but not to Peter Popoff. They thought that Peter Popoff just saw them in the auditorium and for the first time. They didn't know that he had a earpiece, and his wife, who was getting the details before letting them in, she actually told him what she learned about them, and they were using wireless like FM transmission, and it was trivial to pick it up and record, and that really fucked up his ministry for a while. But then he reopened after that, so he's still in business, not as massive as he used to be, but still.
Yeah, and James Randi planted accomplices in the audience, including a man dressed as a woman. Popoff cured him of uterine cancer. That really worked.
Like a lady. Yeah, I shouldn't sing. I love my viewers too much to.
Speaking of uterine cancer, let's keep watching.
Yeah, let's.
They gave him $80, and they literally held a ball. And she's like, "Okay, let the energy wash away from you." And he's like, "Oh my God, it worked." And I could it was just common sense. So the long story short is a bunch of other things that happened, but I saw the ways people who peddle in pseudoscience trade on people who are emotional and are in bad places in their life. And I was especially sensitive to it as a woman and as a feminist, and the fact that women's magazines are synonymous.
As a woman and as a feminist, she was sensible to this. Okay.
Yeah, and as a feminist doesn't prey on people who are going through shit, and it's not your fault, it's patriarchy keeping you down, or it's an evil man, or it's rape culture, it's misogyny, systematic oppression. Yeah. Really selling your culture here. Oh yeah, science preys on people who are emotionally unstable. Yeah, unlike my cult, which totally doesn't at all.
Yeah, you can tell things in the background sort of belie her point. I mean, she's got nice, solid masonry walls and a nice, solid border that keeps millions of Muslim rapists out of her life. So I think she's being a little hypocritical.
Yes, yeah, as a woman, as a feminist, all those women's magazines are brainwashed children because of patriarchy. I don't know.
With horoscopes, they're sensitive to it.
That's actually that just talks too fast.
As was in their life, and I was especially sensitive to it as a woman and as a feminist, and the fact that women's magazines are synonymous with horoscopes.
Women's magazines are not synonymous with horoscopes.
Horoscopes are are often in women's magazines.
They have a lot of other junk too, like how to make a man do what you want or manipulate a man.
Yeah.
Or
like saying that whiskey advertisements is synonymous with men's magazines. Yeah, there are whiskey advertisements in men's magazines, but it's not just all that there is. It's like if those women's magazines were only horoscopes, who would read this shit? I mean, I think there are magazines that are all just astrology bullshit, but it's not women's magazines, it's astrology bullshit magazines. Yeah.
And so that made me more and more of a militant skeptic, which I'm now backing away from because I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah, militant skeptic and or feminist, choose one.
Now, and I'm in the entertainment community, and a lot of people believe in psychics and tarot cards and cleanses
patriarchy,
do nothing. And so it's always kind of a balancing act for me of when to tell them they're wrong and when to just smile and nod. And I'm still figuring it out. Because what do I know? I'm not a scientist. And that's the thing. I think as skeptics, there's a fine line between being an asshole and knowing what you're talking about if people ask you your opinion. Happy 25th birthday, Skeptic Magazine. You can rent a car now.
Thank you for watching. Check us out at skeptic.com and support our remote science and critical thinking at Patreon.
Yeah, yes, I showed the thing. I don't know, the thing I shared, but I don't know. It's not about skepticism. It's just cute.
Oh, the hedgehog.
Yeah.
But then, since let's take a look at it. Yeah, let's play. Oh, it's not an actual slice of bread. It's just a.
No, it's not a cushion. It's a baby hedgehog that's actually stuck on a slice of bread.
Yeah, it would be a really big slice of bread.
Well, no, yeah, though a real hedgehog.
I think it's a joke. It doesn't look like a real crust to me. Oh well, never mind.
No, it is. It's just crappy bread.
Speaking of those stupid T-shirts where we talked about that, let me show some of the more puzzling.
That reminds me, I need to buy a new mattress that doesn't make me sink down to infinity like a black hole model in physics.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think probably after that we'll probably wrap it up for today because it's sucks to suck. Perfect your craft. In nothing we trust. Poor sports worldwide. Okay, sucks to suck. Okay, perfect your craft. So get good, basically. So I can get behind that.
Get good. That's what's get good. That's when you. That's ableist.
In nothing we trust. Well, that could be nihilistic, but okay.
Yeah.
Poor sports worldwide. I have no idea.
Poor sports worldwide. Soccer ball with a quill-less hedgehog. I don't know.
Yeah, there are these comedians called the Kids in the Hall, and they had a sketch which was the bar for homosexuals. It was called the Not Good at Sports Bar.
Produced for human being, for one human being only. That's quite specialized. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, there's this quite perplexing. Never mind, amazed just for. Not sure what that means.
Well, it looks like a song by Nirvana and a song by Garth Brooks. I don't know.
My Chemical Romance. Okay. Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, here's the thing about celebrities when they enter politics. That one is just the best.
What the fuck?
And it does look like Obama. It's just like, okay, that's...
The funny thing is it's just $2, but it's really well sculpted, especially for something that cheap. Because usually when you have this... Okay, the one eye is really crooked.
Yeah, it's the mold is all right. It's the paint that's dirty.
They should whip their little child laborers more to make the eyes straighter.
Yeah,
I think that they don't paint them manually. I think it's like kind of like silk printing, or it's automatic. And sometimes the cheapest ones, if the machine is misaligned, they just paint the face wherever. It's sometimes really scary. But the molding, I think they might have sometimes the bootleg figures, like for example, if you watch Ashens, Ashens. He reviews some stuff like those bootleg figures. Some of the Star Wars bootleg figures, for example, were really well. If you compare them to original, like side to side, if you look close enough, you'll see differences. But if you just were presented with this fake, and even if you saw the original before, you would not see a difference because they're really well made. And maybe someone actually had access to original molds and like either made a copy or just stole. Because molds are supposed to be disposed of after a certain number of injections. Plastic injections. Yeah. The molds they kind of wear out. They are retired long before they wear out enough to be for the quality of product to suffer. And maybe those who are supposed to dispose of them actually sell them on the black market because, well, obviously the face is different, but this is Mace Windu, obviously, with a purple not screensaver, lightsaber. I'm really
Did you say Hundu? He will not divide us.
Yeah, he will not divide us. There's a guy that has been arrested this week for trying to climb the tower.
Really? Oh shit!
Yeah, it's really big.
That's dedication. Yeah.
Oh, can I give a shout out to the news item where Robert Mugabe was made the goodwill ambassador to the World Health Organization?
What?
Yeah,
Robert Mugabe. Yeah, so he's not very good for the health of white people, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, show the one the YouTube link I've shared. That's or maybe we should wait for Broken. Not sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, David Tourette is being retired again.
Of course he is. Hi, you're back. We were speaking of the devil.
Yeah.
So what is Tourette doing now?
Literally 20 seconds after I spoke about you, you come back.
You came back and to the site of Barack Obama as Mace Dindo.
we have real life Jesus, right?
Yeah. Oh, we don't have real life Jesus. Jesus is on YouTube. Jesus Christ thinks you're a bunch of dicks.
That's okay.
This
the Lord's chosen cat.
Oh, speaking of Jesus, probably my favorite meme.
Heard you were talking shit.
Yeah.
Looks like everyone's dressed in black. Looks like a metal concert.
Yeah, well, it's...
So yeah, the video I shared is about the from Team America, the Film Actors Guild, FAG.
Team America, World Police. Let's take a look. I think we might as well wrap it up for today.
That's gonna give us a copyright strike, won't it?
Oh, it's
sure.
We're talking over it, I think so.
Well, let's speed it up. So let's see. Well, if
has once again pissed off the entire world after blowing up half of Cairo. And now some Hollywood celebrities are lashing out. Alec Baldwin is head of the Film Actors Guild.
The Film Actors Guild believes that what the world needs is compassion, not violence. All that Team America does is create new enemies.
Let me explain to you how this works. You see, the corporations finance Team America. And then Team America goes out, and the corporations sit there in their corporation buildings, and see that they're all corporation-y, and they make money. Last year, I went to Iraq. Before Team America showed up, it was a happy place. They had flowery meadows and rainbow skies and rivers made of chocolate where the children danced and laughed and played with gumdrop smiles.
The actors are calling for an emergency meeting. Already expected to attend are Helen Hunt, George Clooney, Liv Tyler, Martin Sheen, Susan Sarandon, Janine Garofalo, and Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt
What's his name? Gary Busey. Is it just me or did
Janine
you look like Gary
Garofalo
Busey?
and Matt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It kind of does.
Oh well.
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
In the meantime, the world wants to deal with dangerous individuals their own way.
My fellow actors, we live in a dark time. The world is becoming more and more violent, and the idiots in charge are making it worse. What the world needs is an international advisory committee who truly understands global politics, namely us.
The time has come for us to start using our acting talents in a different way.
Yes, we can use our powers to change the world.
So little has changed since then. It's only gotten worse.
Yeah.
Persuade everyone to drive hybrid cars and stop smoking.
If we focus our acting on global politics, we can change everything instead. As actors, it is our responsibility to read the newspapers and then say what we read on television like it's our own opinion. Matt Damon.
Leave all those films. If anyone tries to get in our way, we'll show them just how tough us actors really are.
I'm glad you all agree, because I've just been contacted by a very important political leader, bringing all the world leaders together for a massive international peace conference, and he wants us to be the keynote speakers.
Oh, is it the King Jong-il?
Yes, yes, it is.
And the funny part is that now a lot of those fucking retarded celebrities were defending King Jong-un.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Bullied by this evil Trump, poor guy. It doesn't matter that he has actual concentration camps in his country. No, just don't bully him on Twitter.
Matt David!
Say hello to our new partner.
Yeah, hello.
Error! I'm so
It's so sad that
Ronry.
they made it true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ronry and Sadri around.
Yeah, classic. I need to rewatch it. I remember just only parts of it. Remember, everyone has AIDS in the beginning. Oh yeah, that Michael Moore. Yeah, he was there.
Oh, but how could you not forget the? How could you forget the dick, pussy, asshole theory of international relations?
Yeah, it's still has changed actually. Oh, anyways, let's probably wrap it up for today. There's been a lot of a lot of degeneracy we talked about today, and it's funny how hentai porn art was the least degenerate thing we talked about today.
Yeah.
Anyways, so well, since I haven't actually put on my hat yet, so
yeah,
obligatory. Well, we didn't talk about we forgot to talk about actual Russian collusion, aka Clinton's and Obama's. With
The nuclear deal, right?
Yeah, it was
fucking annoying. Everyone saying nuclear. I always hear nuclear instead of nuclear. It's fucking annoying.
We
Everyone
had Bush.
like that.
I grew up during the time of Bush.
It's Bush that said nuclear.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's
like nuclear.
Nuclear.
Nuka-Cola.
Misunderestimated man. Well, at least he tried to make the pie higher. Didn't succeed, but he tried. How the left is now praising him. Well, some people are so surprised that the left is praising him. Where were they several months ago when fucking Bill Maher, all people, said that he kind of wished that W was back and also praised CIA on his show? That Bill Maher went for.
Or even Bush trying to say, "Oh yeah, this administration is easily influenced by fake news, like his."
This is the funniest part. This is why I said that this is the best timeline, because Nigel Farage called W and SJW.
Yeah, it's like, could you not criticize people for things that super applies to you?
Yeah, all this stuff about.
Or at least if you're gonna do it, admit it that you're that you have problems. Yeah.
It's also a lot of, I know that left is a lot of them don't like Trump, but could they just find some other figurehead who didn't start a pointless war or several pointless wars? And,
I mean, I think the reason why they want Bush to be back. I mean, like, I kind of not sympathize with the wars and stuff like that, but like, I think the mindset, because back then, like, Bush and the religious right were like buffoons, and it was easy to make fun of them. But now it's the left that has gone so fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh well, now there's like actually I saw your the tweet you retweeted. This tweet did not age well. NeoGAF has put in a whole lot of time to address social issues and be a safer place for women and other minorities in the gaming sphere.
What the fuck is women on
that? Was in 2014.
Population.
Talon Malka. Oh my god, that's the main guy of NeoGAF.
Yeah, the same guy is accused of being a sexual harasser. And since he's the main guy of NeoGAF, I probably should listen and believe, because first of all, male feminists are pretty much. I really am suspicious of male feminists unless they prove otherwise, because the whole ideology has a really bad track record.
There
Also,
you go.
they want. They told us to listen and believe when women accuse someone. So that's what we'll do.
For once, we'll listen. That's the wrong link. Yep, that one sums up pretty well Japanese cartoon fan base versus Western cartoon fan base.
Oh, by the way, something else, real quick before we see that. Oh.
Okay.
So let's see what this is about. Japanese cartoon fan base. Oh, it's
Grape-kun.
Grape-kun. And this is
Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Normies, get the fuck out of my McDonald's!
People, some idiots went from Canada into sauce.
And they didn't get their fucking sauce.
Well, they don't deserve it because fucking retards.
Somebody sold a car. Somebody sold a car for one fucking thing.
Yeah. Matt Christiansen. What did he do? What did he did? That guy.
Matt Christiansen.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, if you are not subscribed to Matt Christiansen, you should, because he.
Yeah. He Open Twitter. See Spino going after roaming millennial obsessively. Close Twitter. Well, no.
Fucking amazing.
Yeah, you can play it. Nope.
You know what? This is like the you know, like when we're toddlers or whatever, guys are like mean to girls they like.
Yeah. Well, he's mean to a lot of girls, I think.
Going after a woman spineless. He got tired of Solomon. Oh, yeah, I was the original.
Yeah.
It's fucking amazing. Who is that Spino? Can the internet? Yeah.
Going after a woman. # spineless. Well. Spino, can these internet dweebs just use their normal names? Well, Spino is the name we was known as. So it's like if you keep calling someone X.
Should I post a picture of
For a moment, I thought it was that Roosh guy trying to nag roaming and wondering when Roosh had reverting to being a 14-year-old with long hair. Oh my god. Ouch.
Post a meme. I should post a meme.
There is burn, and there is just flamethrower.
I know it's kind of low-hanging fruit, but then again,
Charm. Sorry. I think you're not using the right dictionary because I think you're mixing charm and spurg.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, well, it's probably. Well, we started with degeneracy, we ended with degeneracy. So, and I doesn't want to focus on me. Yay. So, thanks to everyone who was with us today, who watched us. We still
have a good night.
Yeah. Have a good night.
It is. See you next time. Stay problematic, and don't forget to respect women's.
It was a privilege.
Respect women, but for real. So, see you later.